the Lady Felia is walking over to Danietta's. And lying upon the ground is a huge, the biggest you've ever even imagined, golden dragon. His head lies almost at the door of Drathnor Keep, and his tail has fallen through cabbage and tater. Sad. Welcome to Drathnor Keep, chapter 2, episode 4, where we resume with our party amongst the rubble of their previous homeland. They've come back to Drathnor Keep to find it in a state of destruction, a state of war. They discovered their families and their homes as rubble upon the ground, as they stay in an extra-dimensional chamber that belongs to Celine, Maldranic, and Danietta. Chained to the wall in the corner is the king, ready for questioning. And so we come to our party. Playing with me today, I have Matt.
Hello, I am Matt. I'm playing Rook, who's an orc barbarian, and it seems my homeland has destroyed our town.
Alora.
I'm Alora. I'm playing Kenna. She's a Fire Genasi Ranger who is on the lookout for any family members she might have that are still alive.
I have Cal.
Hi, I'm Cal. I'm playing Brother Alari Slade, Water Genasi, and Priest Domain Cleric. And I recently almost died.
Not the only one either. I have Kira.
Hello, my name is Kira, and I will be playing Lucius Claudius Festorius, future Lord and Master of the now destroyed Drathnor Keep.
Lord and Master of the Rubble.
I have...
Not this time, Jack Death.
I have Jamel.
Hey guys, Jamal here, playing Leovold, unstable wild magic sorcerer. Yeah, Leovold's been through hell in the past few episodes, and yeah, now we got this. Well, fuck.
And I have Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'll be playing Maverick, who is a necromantic sorcerer who is also looking to see if his parents are beneath the rubble. So that should be fun.
It's alright, Josh is a tiny bit lad. Let me know if the music balance isn't quite right. Today's music's going to be a little bit more difficult to balance than usual. Shout out to Kira and Josh, both of them stream. Please go check them out and give them a follow. But do stick around for the content. So, as you all stand around in this sort of tiled floor area, it's like a sort of waiting room, I guess. There's a couple of beds, but it's crowded. There are almost 30 villagers here, or city people. You look around, you see a few faces you recognize, but most that you don't. These are the most common of common folk. You look over, you see a girl who might served you once in a tavern. A man who once you saw roasting a whole pig out in the centre of the city. The guy that cleans the fountain. Another man that you know to be a chambermaid of some sort. And a couple of young girls who look like they might be children of the workers of the brother. There are few and far between here that have even the slightest bit of noble blood. Nobody here that you were looking for. As you look over to Danietta, to Celine, for Lorelei, and to Maldranic, perhaps some of you are looking for guidance, perhaps some of you are looking for answers. What you see is Celine engaged in conversation with the king. Rumour tells that you have committed heinous acts in the last few days, at least. Somebody witnessed you running down a member in the street for getting in your way. The irony of this is not lost on Danietta. Somebody witnessed you enslaving two changelings, dragging them back to the keep. Explain your reasoning. The king looks over. I don't need to explain myself to you. I don't need to explain myself to anybody. You are my vassals, and you will let me go. Celine looks back. No, we might be your vassals once, but we need answers. And with that, you see Celine go from what was a slightly quirky old lady that you have seen here and there, but looking far too serious at the moment. Some of the commoners and a couple of the noble people definitely realise that there's something up here. To her full self. And the king lets out a gasp. You! You just want the throne! All those people dead, you just want to take over the throne. That's why you're holding me here. This is treason! Let me go immediately! Andranik looks over. Or we could ask again. Answers. Now. What are the party doing?
Is the
strolling
portal
straight
still
over
open?
to the king. I'm going to square up to him. I suggest you tell us who we need to know.
Who are you?
With
Serving?
17 save.
Serving man?
He's
He ain't-
Jamal's
he ain't
aggressive
succeeding that.
today.
He's what, sorry?
He did not succeed that.
Okay, well.
Did Jamal just?
I did just cast suggestion, yes.
On the
I'm too
king.
No,
fuming
I
at
said
this king right now.
banishment.
Oh no, I'm not banishing him, no.
But Jamal cast banishment. Anyway.
I
Yeah.
don't even have that yet. Do I
Or
get it?
ever? No, you're not a cleric. Or a paladin. Calm down. Anyway, regardless. Yes, suggestion. Failed.
Wait, he failed the check?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
What did you
suggest he
suggest?
tells us everything we need to know.
That is exactly your wording. I suggest you tell us everything we need to know.
Yes,
You don't need to know anything. You're no one.
they do. They do.
Need is unusual word in that situation. Maldranik puts his hand on your shoulder. Perhaps forcing the answers out of him isn't exactly what we're looking for. But I appreciate your willingness. Alara, you mentioned a portal somewhere?
Yeah, I want to know if the portal back to Tellurian was still open.
No, not currently. It could be
Okay.
reopened.
Well,
but-
then, I think Alari kind of actually wanders off, even though we're facing down the king, who seems to be a bit of a terrible as people are saying. I'm gonna go and see what I can do to help the people that are still like wandering around here.
they're all kept in these halls. You can start helping them immediately. Some of them are completely dishevelled. One of them has lost an eye. Nearbolt would know. One of them has
I'll just roll up my sleeves and nod to everybody else and say, "Handle this, please."
both legs are broken. Yeah, they're in bad state. What is the Lady Kenna doing right now?
I would have followed Jamal, and I'm just gonna put my hand on his shoulder. Breathe. Newbold, I know.
Go on.
The I know it's a lot. It's a lot for everybody. Deep breath.
Just for you. Just for you. I'll hold this together. When we're out of here, there are things I need to do.
I like the way that Kenna went over not to check on the king, but to keep Jamal in check like a babysitter. Maverick, what are you doing right now?
I am. Are we all like still like together? Like animals here, like
Apart from Brother Alari, yes.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna turn to Alan. Wait. Okay, how many people have parents at the keep?
Most of you. Well, no, actually, to be fair, you can remove.
Just those three.
Yeah.
But didn't Rook warn his mum to get out of town?
Yeah, she's in Garena.
Garena.
Yeah.
Those of you who have parents who
What about-
originate in the city are the three of
Oh
you.
no, I mean
yeah.
like was still here when we left.
Certainly, the
Leovold?
people who would be expecting to be able to find their parents would be you, Leovold and Kenna, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna walk up to Leopold and kind of luckily they're together. I'm just gonna put like one hand on one of their left shoulders and the other on their right, because I'm assuming they're stood next to each other.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say, there's people we need to find.
You're right. You're right, there's a lot of people. How many wounded are here?
30.
How badly?
Most of them pretty badly.
Shit. Okay. Who are the worst? Who are the worst wounded here?
Alari's tending to those. You can leave them as they are. The Lady Clarice is there. She is Clarice, sorry, and she is the primary healer of the keep. She's got this one in hand. It's not good. But she's
Okay,
managing
I just
it.
wanted to know whether I needed to blow my newfound power
No
on
expenditure
this.
of healing will be required. I'm assuming Alari is doing more sort of standard medicine. And
Right.
what is Lucius doing?
Seeing as Hilari, Maverick, and everybody else probably have the people in check and they can do what they need to do. To be frank, I don't really care about the people besides my friends. But I do care about the Lucius household. I'm going to go check on that and see what state it's currently in.
You can't walk out of into the main city. It's full of golems and soldiers. You'll die.
And I guess I have no choice. I guess I'll wait and help everybody else.
Okay. At this moment, you see Maldronix square up to the king. Give me one good reason that we shouldn't execute you for failing your duty. The king smiles. Perhaps you should.
Are we still next to them?
Close. You can hear.
Walking away again. Okay, I'm gonna turn around and say, if death is the answer, then we can still get answers from him.
Yes,
Maverick isn't incorrect about this.
I think that very much might be the case. Well, my Lady Selene,
Give her the honours,
do you
please.
accept this responsibility?
Is murder really necessary?
He has
No,
failed.
I didn't mean murder in this sense.
No, this is not murder. It's execution for the failure of duty. If you read the laws, if the king is in a position where his people believe that he is not looking after them, but is instead causing them distress and destruction and endangering their lives, it is the duty of the next heir to command for the execution.
Oh, yes.
Again, I did not mean execution in this sense.
It is the law, Maverick.
But I can still get information from him.
And how does that work?
That is complicated
Does he need to be alive?
in a manner of speaking.
Well, then perhaps answers will not be given. My lady,
You will seriously
do you take
jeopardize
this
this
responsibility?
happening again to another city just because you don't want to get answers? Just because you'd rather him dead? If he is dead, that helps no one.
Until he is
Then
dead,
people
we
out
cannot
there have
act.
died for nothing.
Right now, he is in command. Until he is dead, we cannot act. My Lady Selene, what is your decision? She
As if
looks
that
over.
matters right now.
It matters.
Drathnor Keep is in ashes.
And I want to fight for it, and right now my order is to stand down. That's enough. He looks to the Lady Selene. She says, well, he doesn't really need to be dead, does he? People just have to think he's dead. Take him in that room and execute him. as Maldranik said, takes him into another room, and he calls Maverick in.
Okay, okay.
You hear the swing of an axe. But you don't see one, Maverick. You hear the sound of a body fall to the ground, but you don't see one. He secures the king to the wall. Do with him what you will. He leaves you in the room, shuts the door behind him.
Can I walk in?
Ask the king. Oh, ask the king? Yes, no, that's not Maldranik. Ask Maverick. Maldranik. Maldranik, ask Maldranik. Fuck's sake.
You said Maverick, already, no takebacks. Maldranik, may I watch?
You could. Or we could go and find out what's happened to your household. I want to fight, and Danietta wants to get back to the people we left on the road. I've decided to make my stand. I don't ask you to stand beside me, but you can use the distraction to get your households. Find the survivors that you can.
Fine.
We'll come to Maverick. Maverick, see this king standing before you? What do you do?
Is he chained up or what?
Oh yeah,
Is he just...
he's chained to the wall.
Okay, right. Okay, God. I am going to take out my poisoning kit. And I am going to take out the poison that I bought from the drow. And I am going to, I don't really know what's in a poisonous kit.
The
so
draft of endless sleep is what you find, and there is a small pipette that allows you to squeeze out a certain amount of liquid.
Oh yeah, that's the word. I was just going to say syringe.
Squeezy tubey thing. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
pipette.
that thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna place that into the poison and bring out
The 25 milliliters that you were
25
told to.
milliliters. Okay, thank God. This is gonna go really bad. I'm gonna bring out 25 milliliters and place it in a glass.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna swirl it around and look at it for a second and look up at the king.
What are you? The cheap executioner?
No.
You won't get answers out of me. I'll take death before I take that.
Well, you don't really have a choice in the matter anymore.
We'll see about that.
We will. I walk over to him. I am going to... Do I have to force his mouth open? Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna force his mouth open.
Give me
You're not gonna get me to do a
medicine
check?
check for that. See if you can work out exactly how to make him open his mouth.
Oh, good. That's okay. That's not better than a strength check, but I'll take it. Oh, that's so close to being that 20. That's a 9.
You sort of try and do things like with a pet, you know, where you squeeze part of their jaw and they open their mouth and nothing's really happening. Eventually, you just give in and hold his nose until the man opens his mouth for breath. You lob the drink in.
Yeah, and I pour it in and then take a couple of steps back.
Okay. He looks at you. Full. Was raised in poisons. It'll take more than that to do anything. Make an insight check.
It's a 15.
Yeah, that's good. 15's plenty. At this point, you realise that he's not hiding anything anymore. At least, he's letting a lot more out than you might expect. You can continue with what you're trying, but the poison at the moment has had no effect. You might also be able to gain answers other ways, up to you. Or you can keep going with the poison and see if more of it affects him.
Except more of the poison means possibly killing him.
It does.
And I can't risk that.
Okay.
Otherwise the whole point is mute.
This amount of poison didn't affect him. Do you want to try a bit more?
I'll take out 10 milliliters and do it again.
Okay. As you go to pour it down his mouth, he bites into the glass, shattering bits of glass into his mouth. Starts crunching like some sort of beast. Spits bits of blood out on the floor with bits of glass. You swallow the poison. You see him look up. It was raised by poison. What do you want from me?
I want to know why you're doing this.
For glory. And for Ravenesca. And with that, he takes a sharp bite down on a piece of glass, swallows it. You see him fall dead upon the ground.
Could I
His
not do
throat
something
rips out,
before then?
and his skin turns dark purple. Smooth. Inhuman. You've never seen anything like this before. What do you do?
I think God's screwing me over. That's what I think. Well, I'm not going anywhere near him in case he lunges at me.
Oh, he's dead. Very dead.
He's dead? Shouldn't I have been able to, like, sense that and react?
Yeah, he put a piece of glass through his throat.
Yeah, but it's not an instant death doing that. He would have bled out.
Depends how far down the glass got. He died. What are you going to do about it?
He's such a dick.
Game.
Then I put my poisonous stuff away and exit the room.
As you do, Maldranik turns to you. Did you get what you want?
Give me a second, and then I'm going to go back into the room.
Okay, you go back in.
Okay, first what I'm going to do is cast Memories of the Fallen on him. So I'm going to bend down to his body, and my free spirits will rise, and I will be flooded with memories.
You see an image of a hand held before him, as if you're seeing from his eyes. And you see the head of the king being pulled backwards, his throat slowly slit. A whisper in his ear. Welcome to death. You're mine now. You see him crouch over the body and focus. And then the vision shifts. And you move into the body of that that's on the floor, which then gets up. His throat healed. As he walks out the room and greets his lady queen.
So that happened in his bedroom?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the only memory I see?
Yeah, you see him kill the king and take over it. Take over his body.
Okay. And then what I'm going to do is, with my spirit still around, I am going to cast Speak with the Dead.
Okay, you do so. The form before you is a purple-skinned, shady-figured face. Next at you. Ask your questions.
What is your true identity?
My name is Lavinik.
Okay. What was the purpose of you taking control of the king's body?
War. I like the idea that in my head, Maverick is also clicking said pen and writing it down. Oh, excuse me. I'm choking to death here. Don't smoke.
Who do you serve?
Ravenous. And he disappears.
Ow, I've got 2 questions left.
Don't you only get 3 questions to speak with it?
No, you get 5.
Oh, apologies. He's still hanging around.
Gee.
I was counting to 3, my bad.
Immune is 3.
Yeah, that's the one. Thank you.
What was your end goal?
Power. To rule.
Okay. Vague.
So it's quite specific, actually.
It's not specific.
It's exactly what they want. Sorry, would you put any world domination?
Who is orchestrating all of this?
We are. With
Well,
us.
you're not doing anything. You're dead.
No, by we, he means the followers of Ravenesca. With that, he will fuck off.
Now he can go. Don't keep the devil waiting, you asshole. And then we're gonna kick his body.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm gonna leave the room.
Better? I'll try to looks at you.
Slightly, but not what I had in mind. I had to improvise with what I had.
What have we got? Lady Celine comes over and listens.
Well, the king was killed in his chambers.
What?
By
The king's in there?
No. The king was killed in his chambers X amount of time ago. By an unknown. Oh no, by Levinik, right? He was the one who killed him.
Yeah, Levinik.
Levinik, yeah. By a person, a creature called Levinik, who then possessed the king's body. And he is a worshipper of. What was it?
Ravennesca.
Thank you, Pi. He was a follower of Ravenesca. And the only other information I could get out of him that he was doing it for power and for war.
Ravenesca.
To rule. Like I said, it wasn't what I had planned on doing, but he.
Alright.
I'm still there, right?
Yeah.
I'm going in the room.
Okay, as you do, you see a purple-skinned body, which you've never seen anything like before.
I'm going to search his body.
Okay, you find all the items the king would have been carrying when he was captured. And a black stone. Multifaceted.
Any signs of office at all in here? Or?
No. Only those of the king, not any of other sorts.
No, walk back out.
Alright, well, seeing as everybody's curious, Lady Celine walks in. The hell is that? I'm trying to come and see this. I'm trying to click this over. Looks a bit like a Shadar Kai, but corrupted in some way? There were rumors, I don't know, 140, 150, 160 years ago? About the Raven Queen ascending or something. But then the followers of the Shadar Kai stopped coming and we stopped worrying about it. Maybe they never stopped coming. Regardless, it's no longer my duty. My queen. I swore a long, long, long time ago to stand with Drathnor Keep, and I swore my body and soul here. And here my power is more than it is anywhere else. I wish to fight. I wish to fight for the distraction that the Lady Daniela needs to go and rescue our people. I wish to fight so that these people might work out why the music's broken.
Fucking thing.
There we go. Welcome back. Thank you, Kira. I wish to fight. I wish to give distraction so Daniela might find those on the road. So that these people might find their parents, their families. I wish to fight because I'm angry and I'm tired of being late. I wish to fight because I no longer wish to live otherwise. Will you grant me this? Daniela looks, the Lady Celine looks down. Ever have you been my advisor? I'll have to leave you behind one way or the other. My place is Garena now. Will you fight alone? He looks to the Lady Felia. Long time have we been friends. It's your city too. I do not want you to give your life. The choice is yours. She nods. I will do what I can. He turns to the group of you. Brother Ilari has wandered back over with Leopold. Them having secured the other people. Made sure they're okay. The group of you stand before him. Says, I've not always been a friend to you. I've not been someone you necessarily like. I know that you have your doubts in me. And I know you have your anger. But I've always done what I could. I hope you find your families. And I hope you grow to be what I saw you might be a long, long time ago. You are the future. This keep, if there has one. You could well be the future of Eldessa. Don't forget it. There's power to all of you. I go. And he will step through the portal into the center of Drathnor Keep. In a rather morbid fashion, Eldrin uses his scrying bowl to give you a nice image of what's going on outside. See if Maldranik dies. You can cross your fingers. Celine turns to you, Lucius. You will know when the time is right. At that point, make your break. See what you can find. See who you can recover. Survivors are the priority. Not heirlooms or helping Maldranik.
Fine. Understand.
Okay.
At this point, I look up from clutching my amulet.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, I wanted my tithe of blood from this as well.
Well, perhaps Maldranik will be kind enough to leave us something beneath the ashes. And as you look at this scrying image on the wall, you see Maldranik and the Lady Felia rise into the air. Around them are 30 or 40 of these strange golem-like creatures. Standing strong, standing still and resolute. But the gnomes gesture towards the skies, and you see beams of power coming from these. Yeah, at a rocket grab, why not, right? You see beams of power coming from these golems, channeled towards Lord Maldranik and Lady Felia. Lady Felia has taken on her true form. You see her hair is burning white fire, her eyes the deepest of blue. She stands almost 8 foot tall, a large sword in her hands. She casts magic down upon the golems and the people, but it doesn't compare to the sheer destructiveness you see coming from Maldranik. Huge balls of flame follow large lightning bolts, follow swarms of falling ashes and fire. You see him reach towards what appears to be a large golden gate as he drags through two demons, Glabrizo and a celestial form, and throws them out towards the fight. After a moment, the golems surge inwards towards Maldranik, who has lighted upon the ground, a large sword in each hand, one of the darkest black and one of the brightest white. Lucius, this would be your moment. As they are all gathered at the fountain.
I guess I'm going to go ahead and make my break for it.
Okay.
Do we go as well?
Each one of you
Or
has
only
that
you?
choice yourselves.
I go.
As we watch this, I say out loud, where the fuck was that help when we needed him?
In Teluria, in the sky, fighting the Agenasi. In Garena, putting down protection so that the king might live.
And that one
Capturing-
time is like 5 rounds.
Capturing the king. Even the greatest of men can expend themselves or not prepare the spells required for the day.
Why are you defending him?
This is Lady Celine talking, by the way.
Oh right, okay.
It's been my
I
mentor.
thought it was just you talking.
No. He's been her mentor since birth. I'm not defending Maldranik. I think he's pretty cool, but apart from that, like, he's not the nicest of guys. He's a fucking dragon. He don't care about you guys.
Yeah,
He
'cause
pretends
I wasn't
to.
saying that out loud. I was just saying that to myself.
Oh, right. I thought you were saying it
Yeah,
out loud.
because I
Celine
looked it up.
answered.
Yeah. Also, fuck's sake, chat. What the fuck?
Okay, one by one.
What is that chat?
Leopold, are you going out or not?
Yeah, fuck it. We're doing this.
Brother Alari,
Find who we can.
are you going to see if your plants are still alive?
I think the plants are dead. But yeah.
You'll go with your people, your friends. And Druk.
All the orcs are. There's a whole crowd of orcs out there, right?
There were. They were outside the city. Most of them will be dead by now, but there'll be a few. They're alive.
I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna cast disguise self for myself before we go.
I think you actually came in disguised, so you can leave disguised too. You had on a form of a standard-looking elven man, right?
No, I don't think I was
You can
disguised
do that?
before.
Oh, okay. Maybe I jumped ahead there. Okay. Yeah, you can disguise yourself.
Right. My question now, as we step through the portal, is there still something behind us that we can come back through, or?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
The door will be held open
Okay.
as long as possible.
So this isn't just a one-way trip then. Okay.
Maverick?
I have an idea.
Okay, go on.
Okay, I'm gonna walk into the room where Lavinik was,
Mm-hmm.
is what he is, and I'm gonna tell everyone else, just don't be alarmed, okay? And then
I don't think they're not really listening to you, to be honest. Most of them are heading.
All of
Most of them are heading
them
out the portal. So
I hope none of them try and kill me. I am going to bend down over his body,
Mm-hmm.
and my ghosts are going to rise, and they're going to pick up his body and put it over me, kind of like a cloak. And then as I stand up, I look like Lavinik.
Are you casting a spell to do that?
Yeah.
What are you casting?
Body snatch.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay.
It basically works as a disguise.
Except you look like a. You look like a purple humanoid. Sorry, I'm just laughing as Joe got timed out.
I'm aware.
Oh my god. Why?
Probably a link. I
That chat
assume.
is absolutely fucking
Jeez,
wild.
that
What the
boy is
hell?
onward. You're bugging me.
Yeah, I don't know what the message was, unfortunately. It was quite funny though. Anyway, regardless. Okay, he's unbanned. That's all that matters. Marvelous. Right. Well, at this point, you step through and you feel the charge of magic in the air. Lucius and turns to you and sees that you are coming out wearing the body of the king. Well, the body of the purple man. But
Do I know, looking at him, this is most likely Maverick?
make an insight check.
It's an investigation check.
No, he needs to make an insight check.
Oh, I'm pulling my sword.
Okay.
You didn't hear me say everyone don't be.
No, he's the one person that didn't. The rest of them did, however, they've never seen this purple creature before.
Fuck.
Maverick, what are you saying?
Okay, I'm pretty
What
sure.
have you done with Maverick?
Okay, I'm pretty sure I don't have his voice. It's just the disguise.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. God. Okay.
Think fast.
Mink.
Lucius, it's me. Remember, Maverick, your good old friend who gets white girl drunk.
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, I thought maybe if they saw this guy, that they might stand down or listen to him. I could try and distract them.
I hope this plan works. This is most unbecoming. Purple is not your color.
Well, we can't just let the body rot in a corner.
Okay, well,
Absolutely good.
you see the air is crackling with power as Meldranic and the Lady Felia sort of fly slightly above the ground. These golems are hitting them occasionally. And they look a little worse for wear, but already 15 of them have fallen. The orcs around the edges of the city lie dead upon the ground. 2 gnomes lie dead, and one is attempting to create a portal to flee.
We need to go. We're wasting too much time.
Okay. Where are you headed first?
Well, you know where I'm headed. I'm heading back home. I'll look for anyone on the way.
Yeah, where did we drop in?
You are currently inside the keep proper. Well, not quite inside the keep proper. Hold on, let me get my damn map up. Come on, there we go. You came out of Danietta's shop. So actually, you're all the way over here next to the temple. And the fight is happening just in front of the keep doors.
Right, so how far away is that gnome trying to open the portal?
Oh, the other side of the city, the other side of the town. He's right over, sort of, by the keep.
Damn it, so no
400
chance I can
foot.
cast a
Can I
spell
try
on
to
him then.
shoot him?
Sure. Joe, I don't know what it is you keep typing, but you need to stop typing whatever that sentence is.
Maverick's necrophilia special.
Yeah, that isn't going to go through my chat. Rightly so. Very good. Okay, yeah. Keep timing him out now, but that's fine. Oh, for fuck's sake. Give me the damn map. Won't select. There we go. Yes, you can try and shoot him.
That's a 30 to hit
Go ahead.
and
Nice.
17.
Okay. Clearly got his attention. The portal dissipates.
Did the 17 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to roll damage?
I'm assuming you can't do 85 damage.
Not in 2 shots.
Okay, cool. So instead, he will turn towards you and throw a small, looks like a little bit like a snake, but made of lightning. And it flings through the air and it charges and it reaches your body, but all you feel is a slight sharp shock. And 2 golems will advance towards you.
Real
Is there like a dart attached to that?
No, it was magic.
I think I can...
Well,
that's not good.
No.
Find some survivors. Let's go.
And he steps behind
before
the... Sorry, let me just tell you he's going to step behind the Dusty Minstrel and continue casting this portal.
How do you have like a distance in terms of feet? How far away he is?
400.
Oh, that's far.
Oh, it is. Yes. It's meant to give you enough time to move around. Opposed to shooting the poor bastard. Regardless. Lucius, you're heading
How
straight
far
for your
away are
home.
these golems?
Yes,
400 foot.
If I see anyone around, I'll help them as well.
Okay.
Maybe go a roundabout way.
Okay, you can dash all the way around to Perfect Forgery. But you realise you're going to have to dash a little bit through the battle if you want to get into the keep proper.
That's fine.
Will you go alone? Or will you try and facilitate your friends getting through too?
I'll help them.
Okay. With the help action, I will need specifically Maverick and Leovold to make athletic checks.
I actually wasn't going to go with it.
You're not going with everybody. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, just Leovold then. Oh, and Brother
6.
Alari. Sorry, and Brother Alari. Yeah, athletics.
Oh, I had to pick like one of my worst fucking ones
That's
to
the
do.
reason why only you two are rolling, because everybody else would succeed automatically.
Okay. Well, that's an 8.
Advantage on
You have the help.
athletics.
You should roll the advantage.
You roll with advantage. You have the help
okay.
action.
12.
12
my
will cut
strength
it.
is a 10. Just
Yeah, I know, but I'm figuring you'll probably be able to stealth it. Rook is going to
Okay.
dash it. You're going to stealth it. Lucius is going to nimbly acrobatic it. But Brother Alari?
17.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. 11 was the DC. You can
I
both make it through.
did want to do one thing
Yep.
before we left this area. You know, just golems moving towards us, so I'm just gonna whip out that basin of summoned water elemental and summon a water elemental to intercept.
Okay. The water elemental is dwarfed by the size of these golems, but it will fight bravely. At least cause a good distraction.
Your name is now Wavy, and I'm very sorry for what I'm having you do. And then I run.
Excellent. We come to Maverick. What are you doing?
Okay, so I know he's a long way away, so I know it's going to take me a while, so you'll probably have to get back to me. But I'm going to head for the guy who's trying to open the portal. I don't want to, like, head straight
You know
in,
where
like,
he's gone, but yeah, I mean, you'll be intercepted by two gnomes regardless of whether you go around
so,
the left
like,
or right.
I don't want to go in, like, a straight line.
No, if you were to go in a straight line, you would just die. I've taken you around the back of the temple and around the back of Courtney's, and as you get to the back of the Dusty Minstrel, you're intercepted by two gnomes who stand in front of him.
Okay. I'm going to say, halt!
Does a 26 hit
Halt,
you?
my servants. What?
Does
Sorry?
a 26 hit you?
What? I don't even get to, like, try and convince them.
They've never seen a purple beast ever. They're not
What is
going
the
to listen
use
to
of
it.
this guy?
His use is being the king. He's not much use when he's not the king. He's a purple guy.
Well, he
They've
managed
never
to
seen him
kill the
before.
king.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Quietly and
yeah.
subtly. Not by
You
saying
see,
halt.
I would assume he's like a general in the army.
Yeah, of the Ravenesca army. The gnomes aren't in the Ravenesca army. They're gnomes.
Isn't it all like the same thing? I
You will
smell
have to
foul
make
play
that.
by the-
You will
yeah.
have to make no. You will have to make these jumps yourself. No, a 26 will hit you good.
It will, yes.
Yeah, you will take 16 fire damage.
Great.
You're gonna start running.
No.
Oh dear. All right. Well, we'll come back to you dying in a moment.
Well,
For
can
now.
I fight back?
Yeah, we'll come back to you dying in a moment. I said. The rest of you, you are breaching the keep doors.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
so we're
Yeah, I'm
at the
following
doors.
Lucius.
Look over toward the gnome. Do I see what's happening?
The gnome is back here, and you are here.
So the answer is no.
not at all. Yeah.
All right, I go in the keep.
Okay. As you break through the door, it was definitely barricaded. It took at least 6 kicks from Lucius to get in. You see Haldul in the corner. There's a group of children. 15 of them. And standing in front of them is Uldor. Rubbish. Sorry, wrong name. Wrong name. Uldor is the one who came with you. Who's the one that didn't? Sorry, I need to go up to my notes. Nassim, sorry, and Rydian. Nassim and Rydian stand before them. Rydian is holding a sword, but it doesn't really look like he knows what to do with it. You see that he has a huge gash in the side of his face. His neck is greatly bruised. His clothes are smouldering. He's not in a good place. And just to the left of him, standing guard, is Elvira. It is clear that she is the one that got them out, not the boys.
Thanks, fuck.
Precisely.
She stands up. Well, Lucius,
Well, Elvira,
pleasant sight for sore eyes.
I could say the same.
Do you come from safety?
Yes, there's a portal doorway open by Danyeta's shop.
Is the way clear?
No.
No.
Then we will wait. Is the way less than 500 feet?
That's very specific,
Yes.
but yes, I believe it is.
She thinks.
Dimension door.
Yes. That's what she's trying to
How
work
many?
out. She will head very stealthily to the door and she peeks out. Right, we can do this. She casts and a portal appears in the doorway. She gestures for the children to go through. The other side of the portal arrives right outside Danyeta's shop. She ushers the children through. You notice that Rydian picks up a man, an elderly man. It's his grandfather. Do me an insight check. Probably
Everyone?
Brother Alari and Kenna, I think, are the only people who should be doing this.
Okay.
No, I rolled a 2.
Brother Alari, your insight check?
13.
You realize this man is never going to make it. He's so close to death that no healer will bring him back. But I suppose it's fair to let him pass. Wants to keep his grandfather by his side at least.
I will go over and try to help him carry him.
That will mean going through the portal back to Danyeta.
I'll catch up with you in a moment.
Oh, okay, brave. Yep, as you get to the portal, you step through and you are able to guide him into Danyeta's.
Before I go, I'm going to give my Bolting Bond to Lucius, Rook, and Kenna.
Excellent. Okay. Lucius, Rook, Kenna. Lucius, go ahead.
I'm headed to my home.
You do so. But
I'm following right behind Lucius.
Yeah, I'm
Even-
not letting you go alone.
even
No way.
before
Now.
you-
We
Splitting
go
up.
together.
even before you get there, you realize this is hopeless. You see rubble. The walls are all knocked in. The flames are abound. There's nothing left.
Do we hear any noise, voices?
Give me a
Movement.
perception check.
19?
Yeah, you hear the sound of a clashing sword and shouting a long, long way down.
Inside where the keep
Inside the
was?
keep, but possibly in the servers' quarters. All the way down.
Let's go. I hear something. There's fighting inside.
Yeah, let's go. This is a lost cause.
Okay.
Let's go immediately.
As you sprint down the stairs, you go down the first flight and then the second, and you get towards the kitchen. And you see the chef. And in one hand he has a skillet, and in the other hand he has what looks to be a carving knife. And he is trying to fend off 2 orcs who are trying to get to a young girl behind him.
I will start shooting as soon as they're in sight.
Yeah, I'll immediately go up and
Within,
slash it.
within moments you are able to kill both orcs. And the chef collapses to the ground. Tears in his eyes. The young girl comes running over. Dad? She puts her hand by his shoulder and looks at him. He's still breathing. You can see
Is he
that he
hurt?
has just collapsed from exhaustion. You have no idea how long he's been fighting, but
I
Um,
will cast Cure Wounds at level 1 for a little boon.
that'll do it.
and I'll give him some water. That's all.
He stands up. Get behind me! Layla, behind me. All times. Thank you. There are others alive?
Where?
He was asking you, are there others alive?
Oh, yeah. There's
We're
others,
working
yeah.
on it.
I thought he was saying. Just tell me if there were. Sorry.
There's not many. The war still rages outside.
Will you-
Across the courtyard, there's a doorway
No,
to safety.
No, I will not
but
flee
it's
yet.
not.
We will wait. Will you come with me to the cellar?
What's in
Why?
the cellar?
Safety. I want to hide us in there. I want to hide my daughter in there. And we will wait. Until we
You-
can be recovered.
You go.
The cellar is literally right there. He just wants to make sure there's no one in it.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll
Oh,
go.
really?
I'll go ahead and
He
open.
gestures towards
I'll
the
open the door.
Okay, and as you do so, you see a baby, perhaps 8 months old, laid down in a
Myself?
crib. His younger daughter. The reason he wouldn't leave. And he wasn't
see.
sure. He hasn't managed to keep eyes on this door the whole time. He sits down next to her and he picks her up, cradles her into his arms. Please tell someone we're here. We will wait. I'll lock the door behind me. Takes the
Be
key,
quiet.
Very well.
shuts the door, and he locks himself in.
Wait, even told, then where's his wife or?
Dead. Look across the kitchen.
Shit.
And you will see that she also fought to the death.
All right.
Whose parents next? You hear no fighting
Damn
right
these
now.
bastards.
Leovold, Canna,
Yes.
where are we headed? Home?
Well, there's no one here for me, so.
Sure enough. Canna?
I'll go home.
Okay. As you get there, you hear the sounds of battle.
Be ready.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
As you go in, before you even get past the front entranceway, you see the back of an orc.
I fire.
I'm gonna stab her right in the back.
Okay. You're able to take him down with fair ease, but as you come around the corner, you see where the fighting is happening. And you see one lady with a battle axe far too large for her arms, swinging wildly, scar down the side of her arm, gash on her face, half her hair missing where it's clearly been yanked out. Kenna, you recognize this to be Mum. You see, unfortunately, your father right next to her on the floor. 3 orcs are in combat. I'll need the 3 of you to roll initiative, please. Okay. Kenna, your initiative, please.
18.
Leopold.
17.
I don't know why I said 3, sorry. Lucius.
24.
Okay, Androok.
19.
Fucking hell, who's the one here caught flat-footed?
Lucius,
Yes.
what are you doing? There are
You
3
said
of
3
them.
are running in currently.
They are engaged in combat with Kenna's
Yeah.
mother.
Okay.
One appears to be fairly wounded, the other 2 seem fairly healthy.
Okay, I'm going to run up behind and going to attack the fairly wounded one first.
Okay, you will attack with advantage. That'll hit.
Nice. 19 points of damage for the first.
He's severely wounded.
Alright, I'm going to take my second attack on him.
Mhm.
17 to hit.
Yep.
$14 points of damage.
You bring him to his knees with damage.
How bad does Kenna's mother look?
Awful.
Alright, I'm going to step forward and touch her and face step her out of there next to Kenna and Rook.
As you do, both orcs overextend their weapons and are momentarily stunned. Does that conclude your turn?
Yes, this way to get out of danger, and I'll just.
It leaves
put
you where
myself
you
there.
are there, right?
Yeah, it leaves me
okay,
there.
Right, okay, cool. Rook, as you see both bandits overswing, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna walk right up to them and. Does it cost anything to get rid of my disguise?
No.
Like, is that an action?
No.
All right, I'm gonna get out of my disguise so they can see exactly who I am.
Okay.
Um,
Big move. They will both turn to you and... You're one of us.
you are fighting. You're fighting for the wrong side. I'm going to bonus action rage and then slice him in the head.
Okay. Roll with advantage.
Uh, 25 to hit.
Yep.
For 19.
Oh.
For 21
Done it,
damage.
No, it's alright. I've got it. Okay. Yep. Sorry, how much was that damage overall?
That was 21 damage.
Oh my. Okay, he's hurt.
And I'm going to swing again.
Yep. Yep, that.
So 24, 13, 15.
15, did you say?
16 damage.
Okay. He's hurt.
And that's it.
Okay. Kenna, as your mother is faced up behind you, she calls out, Kenna, no! You shouldn't have come home, not now. Flee. Be safe.
None of us are safe. And I'll reach out. It's my turn.
Yes.
I will reach out and cast Cure Wounds at first level. And then I will, if I can, gently pry the battle axe out of her hand and hand her one of my short swords.
She can't even hold the grip on it. She was holding the axe that tightly that her hands were rigid. You get the impression that she's not been fighting for hours, but for days.
Deep breaths. We'll get out of here.
Would you like to take your bonus action?
I assumed the time it took to pry the battle axe out.
I gave you that as like
Be
a
that?
double action, sort of like as you were curing wounds, you probably took that.
Okay, then I will cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay. On the one that's nearly the injured one.
I'd say the one that hasn't been hit yet.
Okay, cool. Leopold, I come to you.
These fuckers. The unwounded one,
Mm-hmm.
id insinuation. He needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, no, he fails.
Okay. Conflicting desires flood his mind. He's unable to make decisions. He failed his wisdom saving throw, so he's incapacitated. At the end of its turn, it takes 1d12 psychic,
Mm-hmm.
and it has to make another wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
The spell only ends when he succeeds.
Okay. Does that conclude your turn?
That does conclude my turn.
Lucius. One unhit, one on its knees with damage, one fairly wounded.
Okay. I'm going to hit the one on his knees.
Okay.
I'm going to bring the sword up and bring it across his throat.
Right.
20.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay. And then I'll switch to the other one and bring the sword around as I cut through his
The
throat.
other injured one, yeah?
In one motion. Yeah. In one smooth motion.
Lucius, a master of smooth motions.
14. Is that it?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
You swung with advantage, right?
Oh, oops.
Yeah, sorry, they're still prone until the next turn.
Okay, 19.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Is
that a bunch of ones? Well, that's not a one. Yeah, 14.
14.
He's severely wounded.
And I'm going to spend a key point. And I'm going to Fury of Blows.
Yep.
Where's my...
And your bonus actions, I believe.
18.
That'll hit. Oh, brutal. You will need both hits. Yep, that's exact damage. He's dead.
Nice. Perfect.
Okay.
And let's Kenna. The last one is yours.
He will make his wisdom save first and take 1d12. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, wrong dice. Let's not roll a 1d4. That's not going to help you much, is it? Oh, lucky you. You like my dice. We'll take 11 psychic damage. and get a 2 on his wisdom save. I'll conclude his turn. Rogue, you're up.
Can I attack with my sword and then grapple with my second action?
Sure, why not? Guy's
I'm
nearly
gonna
dead
attack
anyway.
it.
Yep.
I don't want to kill it.
Oh. Good luck defending
20.
it from Kenner. Yes. That'll hit. You are still swinging with advantage, but yes, that'll hit.
That is 17 plus 3, 20 damage.
Yep. He's wounded.
This is on the one that hasn't been incapacitated, right?
No, this is on the one that was incapacitated.
Oh, he's the last one left?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to bonus action hit it one more time.
Yep. Advantage.
Yep,
That'll
20
hit.
to hit. For 14 damage.
Okay.
And then my last action, I'm going to grapple it and turn it so it's facing right at Kenna. Do I have to make like an athletic check for that?
No, he's incapacitated.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, a big strong walk. Kenner.
Yeah, his mind's getting ravaged.
You see him being held up.
That did not
Finish
go
him,
well.
Kenna.
Your mother's watching.
That's a 32 to hit.
Yeah. That'll hit.
18 points of damage.
He's dead. As the 3 of them lie upon the floor, I will grant you, in the one instance that you'll probably see it in this campaign, Kenner, you will have inspiration. DM inspiration. As you have saved your mother. Unfortunately, your father has clearly been dead for well over 10 hours. Your mother is exhausted beyond belief, and the rest of the household are dead. But now you see what your mother was protecting. It was behind you, behind her, what would have been behind her if she wasn't teleported. Is a small doll that you played with as a child. And some of your things in the corner.
I will go first to my father's body. Are his eyes closed?
Yes.
I'll just sort of smooth the hair, place his arms over his chest, and then I'll stand up and walk over, gather my things, and walk back to my mother.
How
How many
Let's get out
people
of
are in this
here.
house?
alive? One.
Well, like how many, besides the mom, like how many dead people are there?
30. Servants. Friends.
How many family members does like Kenna have? Is it just her dad?
I think you might
Not
need to ask
many.
Kenna that. I'm afraid
Yeah,
I can't
not,
answer.
Not many.
Well, now, one. Unfortunately. As you stand, your mother looks at you. How? How did you come? How did you know?
It's a long story.
You're always better
We
with
need
the
to get
sword.
you out of here.
She sort of laughs
Well-
weakly, and she'll collapse with exhaustion.
Rook, do you mind?
I got this. I will pick up Kenna's mother and like hold her on my shoulder.
Bear with me a second, please.
While this is going on, I'd like to do one thing, please, if I may. Right. I want to check outside. I want to see where these golems are, if we're still being chased by these things.
That's a long walk. Do you want to pass by Rook's house on the way?
Yes, I want to walk fast, even though I don't think there's anyone there.
Hmm.
But just in case something happens.
Okay. As you get to your house, you see one orc. He's large. He wears the guise of a chieftain.
That's all I see.
And he sees you.
Before I walked over, I would have put Kenna's
Of course,
mom
of
like
course,
down.
I gathered that,
safely.
yeah. She is very safely secured on a chair, and at this moment, Brother Alari comes running down the corridor. Assuming you tried to make it back, Brother Alari.
Real quick, definitely would have tried to make it back. Is there any chance that I ran into what's happening with Maverick before them?
Not unless you went the wrong way.
Probably would not have. Okay.
Okay. And we will leave you guys there as we come to Maverick. Maverick, you see two gnomes in front of you, clearly spellcasters. I didn't. But I wanted to leave on the cliffhanger of Rook's father staring him down.
Questions.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, does taking off the disguise count as an action? Just on the off chance that you put me in a battle?
No.
Okay, cool. So, they need
The
to
off
make
chance I put you in a battle. You're already in a battle. Yes, okay. Go on.
Well, a battle that you never asked me to roll for.
No. They rolled, not you. Carry on. As you were, there's two goblins in front of you, and then there's one far behind that. Gnomes, yes, I don't mean goblins, sorry. Two gnomes in front of you, and then far behind them is another one casting a portal.
I need those two to make a wisdom saving throw.
It's a 19 and a 16.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll run away in zigzags so they can't.
They don't pursue at all.
What?
They don't pursue at all. They turn back to the portal. They clearly.
They don't even try and shoot me?
No.
You got some whack-ass characters, man.
They are fleeing from the large-scale battle that is happening around you, and at this point, make a perception check.
Okay, I have that advantage. 15.
You hear a roar like nothing you've ever heard before. As you turn around, you see that almost all the golems are dead, and two of them lie dormant, standing stock still, their heads bowed. The Lady Felia is walking over to Danietta's, and lying upon the ground is a huge, the biggest you've ever even imagined, golden dragon. His head lies almost at the door of Drathnor Keep, and his tail has fallen through cabbage and tater. Sad. He's magnificent.
I'm sure he is. I'm gonna take off my disguise and throw it at the gnomes.
Okay.
Okay. And then, as it gets close to them, I'm gonna cast Necrotic Burst.
That is clever. Roll with advantage on your damage.
Wait.
On your damage.
Okay.
It's a dex save, right?
It's a nothing.
Oh, good. Well, regardless, they're not very
20.
good at dex. They failed that miserably.
They don't have to anyways. That's 20 damage.
To both?
Yeah.
Okay, and you will disrupt the spellcasting.
Great. Guts. Purple guts are flying everywhere.
Okay. At this point, you can see the goblin focus out. He throws a small silver lightning serpent towards you.
You love your goblins, don't you?
Yeah, fuck off. All right, I know you know what I mean. I can't get the words out. I'm sorry. Regardless, they'll throw the small silver serpent, which will attach itself to you, but no golems come.
Ha.
Do you want to try and stop them from getting through the portal?
How?
Yeah, it's ill-advised, but I'm asking anyway. Do you want to risk your life to do it, or do you want to
I have no way of doing it.
go see if your parents are alive?
Sure.
Okay. Enter through the door of Drathnor Keep. Okay, and we resume with Rook, Kenna, Lucius, Leovold, Brother Alari.
Okay.
As the orc turns to Rook at the door. Ah,
Do I?
so you are here.
Sorry.
Yes, you very much recognize who this is. Not by knowing what he looks like, but by the fact that this is clearly the leader of the orc tribe, and they wear your colours. Or your mother's colours, I guess. I couldn't
Are
find
you
your
here
mother.
for me or my mother?
Couldn't find your mother. No, you were a side goal, as was your mother. We're here to conquer and to rule.
Who do you work for?
I work for me. As always.
And There's something bigger at large happening right now.
Yes, convenient, I'll give it that. But our tribe fights for us, as always. And for power, and for riches. And usually for our children, but some of us have betrayers for children. When you come back to the right side...
Look at what you have done. All the death and destruction.
Isn't it beautiful?
How many more? It is the complete opposite. How many lives have to be
I
lost?
should have killed you at birth. Roll initiative.
May I?
All of you. Roll initiative.
I would have,
What is-
upon seeing him, immediately moved my hunter's mark.
Oh, yeah, go for it. Sorry, we're having a little bit of trouble. Come on, reload. Would be nice, thank you. Really? It's gonna be like this. Let's try again.
Hey, any chance that we got a long rest in between this and the last war we were just in?
We were healed by the queen.
You were healed by the queen. You were given a long rest.
Cool.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
I
would that
just
have recharged my spells as well, or?
At the end of last episode, yeah.
Alright, okay.
Cool. So I have more than one hit point.
He's been giving all his heals out. I just assumed he was fine. Excellent work. Great roleplay commitment. Even if you were walking on one leg. Kenny, your initiative, please.
17.
Labeled.
15.
Lucius.
17.
Brother Larry.
10.
Maverick, make a perception check for me, please.
That's the 17.
In that case, roll initiative for me, and you will spend your first turn dashing.
That's 20.
Okay. But yes, you will spend your first turn in the dash action trying to get to your friends. Rook. Your
8.
initiative will be whatever your... What's your initiative bonus?
Mine?
Yeah, what's your plus for initiative?
+3.
Okay, you will have 23 initiative and you will start with advantage.
Sick.
And that will be your move first, as your father draws his sword, a great sword burning, and steps towards you. He towers over you, like a stood child. What do you do?
You forced my mother to flee and spend the rest of her time in hiding.
Fool, that pitiful horse fled on her own accord.
I will slash him
Yeah,
right
that's
away.
right. You're still in rage, right?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Roll to hit. 20 hits.
All right.
You don't have advantage. You do have advantage, sorry, on this. So if you can crit, please do. My words, I'm coming out like this today.
So 23 damage.
Yep. That's a nice big hit.
I'll attack again. Oh, that next hit's a nat 20.
Perfect. See if you double crit. Don't suppose
No.
you... No, okay, cool. Yeah, damage was 19, correct? Plus your strength, 21? Plus the psychic.
Yes, 20. Yep, 21 plus a d8.
Double the psychic. Double the psychic.
Oh,
You crit. So 5 and...
10. So 31 damage.
Nice. Brutal. In fact. Okay.
And then I will bonus action fury attack.
Yep, that'll hit. That'll hit.
All right, 27 hit for. Uh, 15 damage.
Okay, does that conclude your turn?
Yep.
He will swing back at you. That's a 26 to hit.
Yep.
A 18 to hit.
Nope. Oh wait, no, sorry, my AC is 18. So yes.
And a 19 to hit, so all 3 will hit.
Yeah.
We'll take 15, 30, 38 damage.
That's all slashing, I'm assuming.
It is
Or-
all slashing. And then we come to Maverick, who will be taking the dash action. Yes, you consume all your movement speed. What is your movement speed?
30.
Okay, yeah. You are able to get to the corridor leading up to Rook's house. You're approximately 10 foot away from the door. You can see that your friends are mostly outside the door right now. Kenna, we come to you.
Okay, I will fire off 2 shots.
Mm-hmm.
30 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's 19 to hit.
That'll also hit.
15 damage. And 12 damage.
17. Does that include your hunter's mark?
Yes. And I will bonus action summon Shakar behind him.
Hmm.
And she will bite him.
Lovely. Right away.
That's an 18 to hit.
Yep.
I should have had the page pulled up though, because I don't know how much damage it does.
Didn't it do 1d4 last time? It was only small, I believe, the last time you did it.
I think it's a D6.
That might be the d6. Yeah, that might make more sense, actually. Oh, sorry for you guys who can hear multiple music at the same time. Don't even know how I did that.
5 points of fire damage.
Yep. Okay, fantastic. At this point, he will take a legendary action. And he will turn to the group. You will all need to make a wisdom saving throw except for Rook. And Maverick, who can't see.
Okay.
So we'll get out. Stay out of this. If you got under a 16, you'll be frightened.
I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to try to succeed this.
Alright. You need to not be frightened for. See the bastard. Throw a spell at him.
Oh, I made it.
Okay.
Alright.
Yep, you'll be able to keep track of that. Let me know either way. And then, yeah, we come to Lucius.
I'll draw my sword and simply walk around him. Rook, is this the day we kill your father?
Attack.
With pleasure.
You can see my eyes. I am mad beyond belief right now.
The father comments, at
26.
least you know how to command your troops. Lucius, you hit.
26, yes.
Yep. Yeah, Lucius, you do hit. Schmagovich!
And whatever it is, infuse it with 6 points of fire damage.
Nice.
It's 24 damage overall.
Brutal.
And I'm going to attack him again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm moving around to get around to flank position, to flank with Rook. Does that,
I assumed
give
you
me
were
advantage?
already flanking, sorry.
Oh, okay. It's okay. So this next one I will. Okay. Yep. 27. That hits. 16, another 16 points of fire damage. 16 points of damage, and then I'm going to spend a key point. Flurry of blows.
Okay.
23 to hit. Okay, that's 7 on the first, 11 on the second, and I'm going to stunning strike.
That won't do anything, unfortunately.
Oh, he's
Okay.
immune to stun.
No, he's not immune to stun.
Yeah.
He just rolled a nat
Oh.
20.
Oh, okay, never mind then. All right, I am my turn.
Okay. Leopold.
Let's break him. Heightened insinuation.
He looks mildly injured.
Yeah, heightened insinuation. He needs to make a check. He needs to make his save at disadvantage.
Okay. What's the save? Wisdom?
Wisdom 17.
He'll use his legendary resistance and pass that.
It's fine.
He's not feeling
Let's
that well.
break him anyway.
Okay. So that concludes your turn.
Yes.
Okay. He will take his bonus action to throw a hand axe at you.
At me.
Yeah, he doesn't like magic. That's a
He can
21 to
try.
hit.
Shield it.
Okay. A reaction each. Brother Alari. What are you doing?
Does being frightened of Rook's dad mean that I can't cast spells on my friends?
No. It just means you can't move any closer.
Cool. Then I think everybody's still close enough for me to get a bless on them.
Yep, 100%. Even on Maverick, who is only 10 foot behind you.
Then I'll just go ahead and burn a 3rd level bless, so there'll be a 1d4 plus the 1d4 that anybody's getting.
Yes,
with
you
my
do, Lucius.
revolving bonds.
Yep. Beautiful. Any bonus action?
And then I'm going to like sort of gingerly walk backwards a few spaces away.
Okay. You do so. And we come back to Rook, who will still have advantage for being Rook.
Does Alara need to make a save first to become unfrightened?
I'd love to do that.
Probably should have
Because
written
you
that
got-
in, shouldn't I?
You
No,
got
no, you
damage
don't.
from
You
it.
know you don't.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm slicing away.
Cool. Roll to hit. With advantage, yeah.
22.
Mm-hmm. That'll hit.
For 15 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Attack again.
He will make his reaction. Make a strength saving throw.
No, I have advantage on that.
No. Unless you naturally
No.
have advantage.
I'm raging, so I have advantage.
Okay.
So I got a 12. I'm going to call it two d4s. So
What's his other
17.
reaction?
He threw something at Leon.
No, that was a legendary action, not a reaction.
Oh, okay.
He burnt his 3 legendary action points. His everybody did, Jamal. His 3 legendary action points. His reaction, and yes, his action, obviously.
I got a 17 on the save.
That'll fail. As you have your weapon knocked from your hand, you will need to take an attack to pick it up, or use your movement if you wish. As this is the end of your turn, correct?
It's all the bonus action flurry attack.
I'll let you punch him in the face.
All right, I'll punch him in the face.
Unfortunately, that'll miss. You'll punch him in the shield. Bruise your knuckles. And as you go to pick up your weapon, he will swing back at you. DM's dice are good. You'll take 49 damage. It's his turn, Alora.
Oh, okay. I thought it was an attack of opportunity. I was very confused.
No, he didn't swing 4 times on attack, 3 times on attack of opportunity. Don't worry. Sorry, I'll try and be a little bit more clear with what's going on. But yes, that will conclude his turn. We come to Maverick, who is dashing, I believe.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Yes, you are. No, you're not dashing this turn. You are moving in. I mean, you're 10 foot away from the doorway.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah. So you're able to move in. What do you do?
What do I see?
You see Rook and his father engaged in combat with Lucius standing slightly behind him.
Just him in the room.
It's
Is
just him in the
Morwell's
room in
getting
terms of enemies, yes.
Yeah, okay, right. Okay, Okay, great. Okay. Do I have clear line of sight? Or do I have to,
Yeah,
like,
you can use your
keep
movement
my
speed.
hand above like people's heads?
You can use your movement to get to the side where you will not hit Lucius.
Okay, cool. So, my spirits are gonna rise up from the ground and kind of mold into green black flames around my hand.
Mhm.
I'm gonna shoot it out, and that's me casting Rave Enfeeblement,
Okay.
which does a 19 hit.
Yes.
Great. He only does half damage with melee weapons.
Okay. Does that conclude your turn?
Nice.
Yes.
Kenna.
Okay. I will.
Excuse me.
Does a 33 hit?
Yes.
That's a nat 1. 1 hit.
No.
20 damage.
Nice. Okay. Does that conclude your turn?
Yep.
Lucius.
Oh, no. Sorry. Shakar.
Shakar bite.
Unless a 14 hits.
No.
No.
Lucius.
What's around me in the room? Is there any like tapestry or anything like that on top? Or
Yeah, there's a tapestry. It's on the wall. About 12 foot to your right.
can I pull it down and throw it over him so he has a hard time seeing?
Sure. Yep. You are able to get the tapestry down with ease. Give me a hit roll. Just D10. Unarmed hit.
Oh, okay. Oh, and I'm
So just basically don't roll a 1.
Yep, 50. That's a 26.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna land.
Nice.
Okay.
So yeah, I want to throw it over him so that he has a hard time seeing, and we could just me and my friends can gank him.
He will roll with disadvantage when he spends his first legendary action point to throw a hand axe out.
At me?
I'm not sure he knows.
Okay.
That's a 14 to hit. So I don't think that can hit anyone anyway, so we'll skip past that one and we'll go to Leopold.
But
Okay.
I'm sorry, was my action or was my whole turn?
Oh, sorry, action, so yes, you can still do other things.
Okay, great. I'm going to, while he's blinded, I'm going to spend a key point and run up in his shit.
Okay.
16, I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
You are attacking with advantage, though, still flanking.
Oh, perfect. Oh, they both missed on
Yep,
that
that
one.
definitely
And,
misses.
This is my second one. Either one hits. Let's see if I crit. Okay. Okay. And just 6 points of damage as I just punch him in the ribs,
Mm-hmm.
and that will end my turn.
Okay, he will expend 2 legendary action points, his last 2, to emblazon his sword, which is quite brave when you're covered with a tapestry. And the tapestry will catch light. I'll let the effects of that be seen momentarily. Brother, Leopold, what are you doing?
Tapestry's already on fire, like completely burning.
No, it's beginning to catch flame.
Beginning to catch flame. Well, until it burns off him completely, I'm going to attack his mind. Let's mind sliver him.
Okay.
Int save, DC 17, to spike his mind.
He will legendary resistance that.
He can instantly make a saving throw if it is incapacitating.
Just says if you fail on a saving throw, you may use your legendary resistance to succeed at the roll instead. And you're the only one throwing saving throws at him, so he's deciding to use them.
Well, that's fucking useless. Okay, well that's.
It still does half damage, doesn't it? Or is mine?
No.
No, that's mine spike. Yep, you did mine
No,
sliver.
it does literally
Did
nothing.
I just do legendary resistance a cantrip?
Yes.
Ah,
it's-
Yes.
fuck, I'm sorry. I thought it was a 3rd level spell. Mine spike, mine sliver, same shit. Sorry, Leopold. I was feeling particularly mean. Brother Alari, what are you doing?
Okay. Rook, how are you doing on health?
I got 34 left.
Cool. Am I still afraid?
No. It ended at the end of his turn.
Perfect. I am going to run up and I'm going to give Rook a 3rd level Cure Wounds. Pat him on the back. You can do this. Let's kill your dad.
Okay. Speaking of
be-
which, it is his turn.
Regain 24.
Okay. Rook. Your father is wounded. His blade is aflame, but he is currently battling a tapestry. What are you doing?
I'm gonna slice through the tapestry.
Okay. You see his sword is blazing with flame. That'll hit.
23 hit. 4. Oh my god, 2 ones.
$14?
14, yep.
Yep.
I will attack again.
Okay.
$23.
Mm-hmm.
For 18 damage.
He is severely wounded. Close to death.
And then I will bonus action Fury attack.
Mm-hmm. And you will
Alright.
hit. Please describe his demise.
Can I see him at all, or is he completely...
Oh yeah, you can see him. Tapestry sort of flailing around on his back. He's looking you right in the eye as you raise your sword.
Before I stab him last, I'm going to say, this is for Mom. And I'm going to just shove it right through his heart. And, like, twist it while it's in him. And then, just as fast, pull it right back out. And, like, kick his body to the floor.
He slumps to the floor, dead.
And then I'm going to walk up to him and I'm going to slice his neck and, like, cut his head off.
You decapitate him. Brutal.
I'm going to, like, pick up his head
Mm-hmm.
and hold it. Like, hold his head by the hair and turn around and... Well, there's no one else in the house, right?
No.
Alright, I'm going to grab his head, like, by his hair. Without saying anything, I'm going to turn around and just walk out.
Okay. The rest of you, you see Rook's father lying upon the floor, headless. There is, however, a rather nice-looking greatsword on the floor next to him. Is anybody picking it up?
I will.
Excellent. Okay. You'll have to work out what that is later.
I'm gonna walk up to Rook and put a hand on his shoulder. Are you okay?
Let's go. There's more people to save.
Maybe there are, maybe there aren't. Speaking of people to save, we headed to Maverick's house. Or
Not
Maverick's
just
home.
yet for me. I'm gonna throw a few fire bolts at this.
Wait,
fucking headless body.
hold on before you do that.
Okay.
Did we already? Just see if he has anything. Maybe some sort of important military document, something, some plans for tactics, some tactical plans, anything. Before you go blowing up things.
Good idea.
I'm going to check his body.
Excellent idea.
Yes, excellent. You find a large pouch of gold on his hip.
Okay.
2,500, to be specific. You find a signet ring, the mark of the tribe. And an amulet that matches. And
No plans or anything.
you do find a piece of paperwork.
Perfect.
On it has the date. Today's date, in fact. Sorry, yesterday's date. The time, 11 p.m. And underneath that, it says something in Orcish.
Rook may not be in the mood for it now. I'll just pocket it for now. Then
Okay.
we'll convene later about it.
You do notice that
Now
whatever
you
it
may
is
blow up
in
the body.
Orcish, it's...
Right.
Oh, no, no mind. Yes, you can blow up the body now. Fire some fireballs. That's fine. And
Yeah,
make a roll on the wild
fireballs.
magic table for your impetuous show of anger.
Well, that's an 8 to roll for wild magic, so that doesn't really go off, does it? Or are
No,
we
no,
saying
I'm
it
telling you, you
actually does?
will need to roll for the wild magic table for your impetuous
Oh,
show
okay.
of anger as your emotions get the better of you.
Right. Yeah.
Just a mild,
that's-
just a mild.
Oh, Justin Wild? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Whatever that is, the one of the three, you know, the least severe.
Yeah.
It's not like a firing up cataclysm at him, you know.
Okay. Well, I have a momentary vision of my own death.
Brilliant. It happens tomorrow.
Alright. I need to make a
Okay.
wisdom saving throw.
Okay, you see a vision
I
of
succeeded.
yourself at the center of your own fireball. We assume that is how the level ends.
I managed to shake it off. I'm not frightened.
Okay, good. Are we headed to Mavericks?
Before we go anywhere else, I'm gonna go back and grab Kenna's mother.
Of course. With head in one hand and mother in the
I
other.
was gonna say, he's still holding.
Yes,
Lovely.
I have Kenna's mom's hold on one shoulder, and I'm just holding my dad's head on the other.
Okay. You can proceed to Mavericks. Oh dear. It is ruin. You're not meant to be laughing at that.
I'm just laughing at how you treat me.
It's all on the dice. You were warned, right? Anything above a 10, there's one person alive. Anything above an 18, there's 2 people alive. And anything below a 10, they're all dead.
It's fine. It's
And that's a
fine. We
3.
don't know my parents, anyways. They're just faceless people.
Yeah. They're also dead. Feel something. God damn
I
it.
don't know that yet. We've not entered the house. Spoilers.
Oh, no. It's because it's not a house, right? It's part of the keep.
Right.
It is completely reduced to rubble and flame.
Okay, I'm gonna. Can I step in, or is the roof
Sure.
collapse?
It's rough ground and there's some flame here and there, but you're able to make your way through if you're careful.
Okay. Do I see any bodies?
You do, but none that appear important to you yet.
Okay,
Make your way
okay.
to the main bedroom.
Okay.
You see your father lying over the body of your mother. What appears to be some sort of kitchen knife in his hand. He wasn't ready for a fight.
Okay. Sorry, did you say they were on the bed?
No, they're on the ground.
On the ground,
That's
sorry.
the bed.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to them. And I am going to take the knife out of his hand
Mm-hmm.
and place it on the side. And I'm gonna move his body so that it's not on top of my mom's. And I'm gonna do it so the lady. Are their eyes open or
Closed.
okay? Very
It's
nice.
creepy. I always find that creepy.
Well, their eyes are closed.
No, when their eyes are open.
Oh, right. And I'm gonna sit their heads, so they're both in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cast Memories of the Fallen on them. And
This will show you their demise. Is that correct?
What's right?
This will show you their death. Is that correct?
It will, yes. And as I do the hand gestures and my spirits rise, I start to quietly cry.
It was quick. There was a golem in here. His fist went through the whole wall. They were caught by surprise. Your father got out of the bed first, stood in front of your mother, grabbed the first thing he could find, which was actually an old hunting knife used to execute animals, not a kitchen knife. And he bravely makes one slash at the golem, with no effect, before both of them are thrown back by a charge of lightning and fell instantly to the ground dead. The memory ends. And there, we shall take a break. Welcome back to Eldessa. As you walk around the rest of the keep, you find only one more group of people. And this is the Lady Elizabeth. She was a bitch. And she is wrapped in a curtain next to a window, quivering. Fear.
It's all safe. It's safe now. Come out.
She looks out. Safe? You people? How?
I mean, how? With swords and power. What do you mean?
For good luck.
Clementine always said we were underestimating you. Very well. Can I follow you guys?
I'll lean down and hold out my hand. Can you stand?
I think so. She does so. With a little difficulty.
Help up. Well, everything seems to have quieted down now. Is Rook next to me?
I think
Rook, are you here?
stormed off with a
I'm
head in
kind
his
of
hand.
Are you marveling at your father's head?
I'm standing in the back.
Oh, okay. I'll walk over to him. You may want to hide that head. You'll scare some people.
Leopold, as you look around a corner, roll me a D100, please.
That's a 20.
You find a mug that takes your eye. It's pretty and embellished with gold.
Okay, I'll take a little peek at this one. What is it?
Any alcoholic beverage placed into the cup instantly becomes alcohol-free and tastes of sewage.
A mug of dwarven hate.
The dwarves hate you, Leopold. They haven't even met you and they hate you.
A hate that matches my own.
Excellent.
How strangely
I'm sure you'll make use of
fitting.
it. Nevertheless, you do see a few other things dotted around, but mostly they look to be family heirlooms and people's goods, so it's probably fair to say you'd leave them in place, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm not pilfering other people's stuff. That's
Good.
not me.
Just checking.
Right, now I do want to have a look around. So, the last of the combatants, you said there was some golems in the middle, yeah, that were sort of slumped.
No,
Like,
they're outside the keep. You're in the keep.
Right, okay.
In the
Do
keep.
we still hear battle
No.
going on outside?
No. There's no battle noise at all.
Okay.
Rook, don't go anywhere without one of us. People might not recognize that you're not the enemy.
I'm just gonna keep my head down, not say anything.
Okay. As you exit the keep.
Sorry,
are we doing anything else inside?
I would like to go find Kieran's parents' household.
Yep. You're able to do so with ease. Again,
If we are in the keep, I am actually going to check on my plants.
it is burnt out, but a few items survive. What are you looking for?
I had
Sorry. Kenna first. Kenna, what are you looking for in here?
I'm looking for my grandfather's sword.
How do you find it?
Easy enough.
You see that
Are there
this was one of the
any
first
survivors?
places to fall. There is not only do the people not survive, the buildings themselves, the walls themselves, even the furniture is reduced to rubble. Brother Alari. Oh dear. No. Nope, and no. That's a complete nat one. Yeah, there is nothing. Nothing at all. Just
I say a prayer
ashes.
for my shrub.
You do so.
I'd like to also check Alamar's family's place.
Alamar's family's place doesn't exist. Unfortunately, you can check out Alamar's rooms. But his family don't live there. Okay. You are able to check his room. It is... It looks like somebody's sort of been in, trashed the place a little bit and walked out. Unlike everybody else, his was just a room. And his own. As you pass Sorry, go on.
Sorry.
Go on.
I was just going to say, is there anything in there that looks particularly valuable or sentimental?
No, it looks like he took everything with him when he left to travel.
Okay.
As you pass his room, you get to Robus's room. key who you never remembered to check on. Will you do so now?
Am I there?
All of you.
Most definitely, I will check Willis's room.
The door is locked.
No time for tact. Can I break it down?
As soon as you manage to get through the door, you see before you Robus's brother with a sword in hand, ready to fight.
Oh, it's just me.
Oh,
Us.
could have said something through the door. Jesus, man, we're
Sorry,
at
it was
war.
locked. Yeah, I understand. You know, I'm a little amped up. I'm sorry.
Is there safe
There's a locked
passage?
door. Yes, the fighting has stopped. You should be safe. Just you
My
may want to stick with us.
Brother
though,
still
Pete.
lies close to death. I'll bring him.
I'll help you, Carrie.
Do you do so?
Are there any effects of Robus's in here that he would want when we wake him up?
No, his brother seems to have emptied out his stuff and made sure that it's all carefully packed and in the right place.
Okay.
It was terrible. I heard the sounds of them in the corridor, but they just walked past the door. I wonder what we
Lucky you.
did to deserve that. A blessing, but a sad one. I heard somebody go into the room next door. It sounded like sounds of battle. The next door up is that of Lady Roselda.
Is this door locked?
No, in fact it is broken down. And as you go in, you see a dwarf in the corner looking wild-eyed, clutching his battle axe, down to one knee. This is the Lord Benego. He didn't travel with the rest of the dwarves.
Oh, I thought Benego.
Yes, but you did see him with the rest of the dwarves.
I did. Can I? I'm going to draw my blade. I'm sorry.
Make an insight check.
Seven.
Alright, you draw your blade. What is the meaning of this?
I'll turn to everybody else. Did we not see Lord Benego with the dwarven troop?
What dwarven troop? Impossible! I've been here since the ball!
I believe him.
You believe him? Well,
No.
I think he's fine. Also,
I think we've
rolled-
already had one case of stolen identity.
Maverick, make an insight check.
It's a 9.
You do think back to your memory and remember that you saw the body was killed.
What? What?
The king was killed first.
Right. Yeah.
He wasn't
but
left
that-
alive where he was.
I don't know that that's the only way to do
No,
such
you
a thing.
don't, but it is something that might cross your mind.
Okay, that's fine. It crosses my mind. I still don't trust him.
Okay. Look. I understand there's a lot of confusion and trouble, but does the Lord Maldranik still live? The rest of you don't know.
Oh, we
Only
don't.
Maverick knows.
Why
Don't
do you
know.
want to know?
He was our contact here. The Lord Bantus is missing. I want to give a report.
You know something of Lord Bantus?
I saw him being taken.
By who?
Alive?
I was on the road with him. Kenku. They swooped in. I'm ashamed to say I fled after he was taken. He was a powerful man. They ignored me. Left me on the road. As they swept off. We weren't that
How
far from the
come-
keep. Go on.
How can we see you here and you say that you've been here since the ball and we see you with an army of dwarves?
That is truly troubling. Both the fact that you've seen me twice, which is quite frankly a little bizarre. Are you sure you weren't drinking? I've been like that a couple of times after the ale.
This is no joke. This town is in ashes.
I'm well aware. We
Then
seem,
be serious.
regardless, I mean, how would you feel if I turned around and told you I saw you yesterday somewhere you've never been?
Considering what has been happening, I would take you for your word.
Well, I've spent my whole time in this room having fought off a couple of orcs and some weird golem thing that I've never seen before, and some sort of metal man, and a gnome fired a spell at me, and I saw my brother-in-arms die before me. I'm sorry if my humour comes out a little
Listen, I understand.
unintended. Look, can you take me to somebody who's in charge?
We can, but I'm sorry, Lord Benego, if you might not like this.
Here, and he hands you his
Maybe
battle
restrain
axe,
you.
and he puts his hands out before.
I have silken rope. I would tie his hands with rope, just to be sure. I'll not sure who'll want to take the battle axe.
He looks over at you. There's a dagger in my boot.
Reach down and take that as well. And
Please.
I'll begin to walk him out.
I'm gonna be
Is there anything
real.
else in this room?
Go on, Jamel.
I'm gonna be real. Considering everything that he's just done there, I trust him.
Perhaps that was the intention. Regardless, the only thing left in this room is a small door to a small room in the back right-hand corner. Maybe perhaps 2 foot high.
Check the door.
As you do, 3 hungry rats come out. Griselda's prized fighting rats.
Oh dear.
And
I do have rations. Can I give it to them?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll just give them some rations and just.
But Rook, as you are standing in the corridor, you see the Lady Griselda dead upon the ground, a few feet from you, fallen to her face. She was clearly trying to flee.
I believe we have to get out of here now. We have to find Celine.
Very well. As the party heads to the exit to Drathnor Keep.
Oh, did we grab
Okay.
Kenna's mother?
Yes,
Oh,
Rook's been carrying her all this
okay.
time.
Okay.
You open the door and you see the head of a golden dragon right before the door. The head is bigger than the door. And the Lady Celine, the Queen Celine, stood before it, her head bowed. Danietta is standing there with a few people you recognize, and running up to Kenna is Kieran. I thought you'd be dead.
Likewise.
I'm glad you're not.
Kieran, don't go home.
I've seen it. Eldrin showed us. After the fall of the golems, he was able to come out here and show us some of the deeds. I saw what happened to your father. I saw you save your mother. He turns to Rook. And I saw what happened with your father. You guys have been through hell. You still fight on. Bravely. I'm so proud of you. He looks again. Suggest a drink, but he looks over to the rubble of Courtney's.
I'm sure
Perhaps
we'll
another
scrounge something up.
There is one building still intact out here. It is, however, the temple. Danietta's is actually completely reduced to rubble, except for the front door, which stands by some form of magic. This was the portal. You two are awful humans. We really should have the chat on the screen, shouldn't we? Regardless.
I didn't witness Maldranik's death, did I?
You saw him fall to the ground and turn into dragon form.
Would that count?
Dunno. Try it out. Roll me a d20 while you do.
And a d20? What, is his body going to converse and eat me alive?
No, if you get over a 10, I will decide that you witnessed the death. If you get under a 10, I will decide that you did
I
not.
got a 12! Fuck
There
you!
you go. Okay. And
Watch him give me a memory of him, like, on the tile or something.
no. You see a world you don't recognize. you see a series of islands interconnected. You're seeing them from the sky. And you're seeing a group of chromatic drakes being herded by the metallic drakes towards these islands. Maldranik is one of the leaders. It's his eyes you see through. You hear him call out. Herd them in. They must not be able to return. The boats look like toys upon the ground.
Maldranik is Parthenox?
He was once a leader of the Chromatic Dragon. That's all I can give you. Of the Metallic Dragon, sorry.
Oh, God.
Yeah. He was gold, right as well. Yeah. And that's what
Okay.
That's what you get.
Okay, great. I'm gonna take my dagger. Can I try and get some of his scales?
In front of the Queen.
No, I'm gonna like walk. I mean, he's huge, right? So I'm gonna walk behind him.
As you do, you see Animal and Eldrin
Is he
standing
doing the
together.
same thing?
Standing together. Animal looks over to you. We saw what you had to face in there. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
And comes over and gives you a hug, and it's too much. Too much.
Was too much.
All of it. It's all too much. There's too much death, too much tragedy. Man, I need a drink.
Okay, well, we can go get a drink in a second. Do you want to help me?
With?
Well, you know, dragon scales are a rare.
Looks at you. Are you mad?
You know, not only, I mean, golden especially, not only can they be sold, but I'm sure they can be good for magic.
He looks at you. Look, I'm not going to stop you, but I'm not going to get involved. I mean, I'd ask the Queen if I was you. He just walks.
That's the Queen?
He walks
Are you
away.
crazy? This is like her BFF.
You still going to try it?
Just one.
All right. Give me a nature check.
Come on, +3. That's a 13.
Yeah, that's enough. Now give me a sleight of hand check to see if you get noticed.
Come on, +3. There's a 22!
That's a stealth check. Need a sleight of
Oh,
hand
fuck.
check.
Damn it.
Take the base dice and just give me a modifier.
It's
Stealth.
fine. I'll do sleight of hand again. Ah,
No, I want the
fine.
base dice from your stealth check, because that's what you rolled first.
The base?
Yeah, what was the base dice?
It was 19.
19 is what you needed. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you're able to slip one scale into your pocket. And shaking his head behind you in... It's not a look of disgust, it's more a look of... utter bemusement from Alamore. Just looks at you.
I'm
Shrugs.
just gonna turn around and wink at him. And then I'll go join the other.
Okay, as you do, you hear the creak of a door behind you. And the young noble Nassim has gone back in and has come out with the man from the kitchens. And his baby in arms and his toddler daughter walking behind him. Well, she's 6 actually, I don't really, that's not a toddler, is it? But regardless, she walks behind him and Nassim leads them out. You can see of all the people that you've seen today, this man is by far the one in the worst condition. And one lady comes running across the fountain, yelling, "Bill! Bill!" She falls to his corpse and holds him, but he's not dead. Falls to his... She thinks he is, though. Nassim leans down. He's not dead, my lady. She sort of gives a gasp. My whole family. He really is the greatest man any woman could ask for. Look at the state of him. I bet he tried to save somebody else. A man would never just hide. Fool. She looks at him. Ah, you idiot! Look at the state of you. It's going to take months to get you back into shape. Oh. You see her take the daughter gently from his arms and hold him up. No doubt the Queen stands. Her voice echoes out throughout the whole of Drathnor Keep. Well, the order of the day. We've lost many. Yeah, shut up, Jamal. We have lost many. Those important to us, those we loved. Those who kept us in relative peace here. We've lost our homes. Lost the buildings that kept us safe. But we here, we're what will survive and what will rise. Look, she gestures towards the lady and her husband Bill and the 2 children. That there, that is hope. I will spare no expense in the rebuilding of Drathnor Keep. She looks over and she sees Lucius standing with Nego. Lucius, what is the meaning of this?
Sorry, but I'm sorry I read that message. When we were traveling, I saw Benego with an army of dwarfs, and then I see him here today. I'm just taking precautions.
She looks over. Benego, when did we first meet? My lady, it was at the masked ball. 38 years ago. I was dressed as a centaur. And you as a golden dragon. You're not wrong, Lucius. But the Queen will trust. Please, Lucius, release him. He is who he says he is. But that leaves us with a bigger problem. Who is the Benego you saw?
I'm not sure, but if you say I can release him, then fine. No. Remove his restraints.
He holds his battle axe point downwards as is handed back to him. Looks over to you. You ain't got that dagger, lad, have you? Dagger's a trusty friend.
Yeah.
He takes it. Oh, Sarah. He puts it in his boot. He puts his battle axe held forwards towards the Lady Selene. Bows to the... I believe I should call you Queen, Your Majesty. And about time too, if I might say so. We'll celebrate properly back at the Dwarven homes. But this rumour of seeing me elsewhere, does this make any sense to you? She shakes her head. The king was impersonated perfectly until he died, at which point he turned into a strange purple beast. Like an elf, but inhuman. In elf, I guess. It's the right word, but whatever. We'll go with it. We have a lot to fear. This world is changing around us. My Lord Benego, you will escort me to Garena? I must see the state there. He nods. My axe is yours. For all of time. You know you were always my favorite. She gives him a little hug. Yes, and you never had any manners. Now come. Let's...
My lady, if I might interject.
Yes, you may.
A little more information. We saw him with an army of dwarves that was bound for Telluria.
Yes.
They never arrived.
The Lady Daniela assures me that they did arrive, but had left before you arrived. Or so said the Queen. They left that morning before you arrived. That was what the Queen told Daniela. I believe...
Before we arrived in Teluria?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we rode by carriage leaving the dwarves behind? I'm confused.
You should be. It is intentional.
Okay.
Lady Daniela turns back
that
to you, but
doesn't
we
line
didn't
up.
leave them behind, did we? Wait. She looks down. My queen, you cannot trust my judgment. I saw them behind me. My mind was torn that night. I took the queen at her word. My lady, either the queen is lying or...
Or the queen's not the queen.
When we left them, they were fighting dragons.
Well, what kind of dragons?
2 blue, and we saw a white one.
Not the kind that might help us out in a pinch, then.
No.
Sounds like they're working with the Dragonborn. This is so damn much. I don't suppose a tavern still stands.
No, but I do have something else, and I'll dig in my pack from that that vintage alcohol that guy gave me when I brought him across.
Well, that isn't going to go very far between 30, but it's a good start. Come, we should start digging. Also, somebody please get those 2 things. Are they alive? She looks over to the 2 golems.
Not sure.
Daniela, can
we
you
find
make heads
any-
or tails of it? Daniela looks over and she casts... Well, she doesn't cast anything. She rolls picks out a wand. That's what she does. No, okay. No, that's a nope. She says perhaps we could try and detect some magic upon them, but I'm afraid my tricks aren't working.
And what are we going to do with Marjana's body?
I suggest we bury it, but it looks like a bit of a task.
Yeah, this would be quite hard.
Perhaps we don't.
They're a triage area.
And the temple is the only building properly standing. That is where the patients seem to have been taken to.
Rook, could we?
Yeah. You gonna follow Kenna?
Actually, can't you cast Reduce on his body?
Look at his majesty. As
sorry,
you all
you're right.
stare at the body, you see flakes of gold begin to ascend towards the sky. Slowly, she looks over. What is happening? I've seen a
The
dragon.
gods are
I've seen a dragon
care of it
die
for us.
before. This didn't happen. The golden scales continue to ascend, but there is no bones left behind. No corpse. And a face, the face of an ancient golden dragon, appears in the air. It's out a loud roar. Huge blast of flame across the skies. Well, he was always a bit dramatic. I guess that answers our question.
I believe so.
Maverick, look in your pocket.
Don't be a dick. Let me guess. I find nothing.
You'll find a dragon scale.
For a second, I thought you said a dragon egg.
But as you put your hand to it, you hear a voice in your head. That was a tad rude. Farewell, Maverick.
Yeah, fuck you, asshole.
He's not hearing you back.
Don't keep the devil waiting.
Okay. The Lady Celine walks over towards the Regal Squire Inn. She begins shuffling rubble. You hear a stir.
Hey.
Oh dear. It's Selic. And he is covering the body of Robin. That is not the right. It's not the right tavern, is it? Sorry.
No, it's not.
No.
It's Mikhail. Covering the body of Rosie. That's what I was looking for. I knew her name was Rosie. Why did I recognise Mikhail's name, but I did recognise the other one? It is Mikhail, and he stirs. You see, the girl beneath him is completely unharmed.
Wait, it's...
I've got the worst hangover. You see that there is a slight sort of gash in his head, out of which is sticking a piece of wood. Lady Celine sort of moves over and... Perhaps you should stay still, Mikhail. We have witnessed war. I'm so glad to see you alive. May some things stay constant. I hope you don't mind, but we're about to raid your stores. You look suffering. Is it Wednesday? I was meant to let the dog out. And then he just faints. Lady Rosie sort of cracks her bones. Well, I did my best to keep him alive, and then the bastard collapsed on me. Did we make it?
Somehow.
Well, that's different. Iona, she protected us. I tried to fight with her. She taught me a little bit when I was younger. She went into the cellar. She was amazing. She punched one of those metal dudes.
You said she went to the cellar. She dead?
I don't know.
I'm going to the cellar immediately.
You go over to the cellar and hear a thumping noise underneath it. Is that people I hear?
Okay.
It's covered in
Alright.
4 large rocks.
Yeah, I'm going to move it. If I can.
Yeah, give that a go. Give me a strength check if you need an nat 20.
No.
Do I see
Oh,
somewhere I can put Kenna's mom down?
You've
safely?
already put Kenna's mother on a bed in the temple,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Kenna is looking over her. And
18.
I'm assuming, Rook,
Oh.
that you are over at the tavern where everybody else.
Yeah.
Once
Uh-huh.
she's been left at the temple under somebody's care, I will follow Rook.
The Lady Clarice is the priest there, resident, and she's looking after them. Yes,
I'm gonna help with
it
the
will
rocks,
take
then.
it will take 4 of you, and you slowly move the rocks away. And a fist comes up straight through the tavern door. The Lady Iona leaps out. Of all the
That's my
places to
girl.
be stuck, that was by far the best. She's holding a bottle of whiskey in her right hand and a loaf of bread in her left.
Oh, you're a sight for sore eyes. Okay.
Did Mikhail make it?
Yes.
Oh. They came in the night. I was downstairs lighting the candles. Orcs first. They weren't a problem. And some metal thing. Look at the state of my hand. She
Heard
holds
you
it up.
punched it?
Yeah, 3 times. Made a dent as well. And then I hit him with the chandelier. And that was the end
With
of
the
that.
chandelier? I haven't done that yet. That's actually amazing.
Well, we try, eh? Hey, how's about a spa? She takes a mouthful of the whiskey, gestures towards the tavern
Not
door.
right now.
You guys look like
Not right
shit. Get yourself a drink. And she looks over, my Lady Celine. And as she says that, one of the general people turns over and says, I believe the term is queen. Ona bows. Queen? The king has fallen? Oh, shit. I must have been down there for far too long. Oh, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Is there somewhere to sit? Wait. She sort of looks back down at the cellar. Shifts it up. There's a bench and a couple of the benches down there. My lady, would you... Celine looks over at Iona. Don't give me manners, girl. Come on now. Known each other far too long. Get me a drink.
Is
Go on,
there any
Maverick.
light in here?
Yeah, it's well lit down there.
Oh, okay.
Well lit by torches. And as the group of you sit on the benches, drinking some whiskey and getting some rest, you may take a short rest. Lady
I
Celine
want
is...
to look over.
Go on.
Is Rook still carrying the head of his father?
Rook?
I put it in my bag, like, as I put Kenna's mom down.
How mannered
that's all
of you. Well, as the group of you sit round, the Lady Celine looks at you. Why now? What now?
Well,
I have a question of what now.
Yes.
Whatever of that guy with his daughter in the cellar.
The guy who was rescued and his wife cried over his corpse and called him Bill and all of that happened. Keep up, leveled.
The real question is, what happened to the guy who was trying to cast that portal?
They gone. And
Fuck
there
off.
is no gnomes in sight. You don't even see a gnome corpse. There are orc corpses scattered about, but no gnome corpses.
To maybe answer your question, lady, maybe I can actually shed some light on this, and I'll pull out that note. Rook, possible? Could you read this? This is in your father's pocket.
I'll take the note and read it.
It says, when the wizard is gone, a beacon will be lit. That will be your signal.
This is a telephone.
Sorry?
I'm gonna look up with like.
I don't know what you said,
I'm gonna
Lucius.
look up.
Lucius, what did you say?
I'm gonna look up with like a.
No, I said this isn't over. That's all I
Oh,
said.
sorry, right. Now carry on, Rook.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look up at like sternly at everyone that's around the table and say, "This battle is just beginning. We need to alert Lady Celine right now."
She's the
I'm
one
gonna
talking to
immediately-
you, standing right next to you.
Oh,
She's
Never
just
mind,
listened to the
never mind.
reading of the note. She is well alerted, but you can repeat.
Oh.
For reference, sitting next to you is Mikhail, but he's in a state. Iona, the girl Rosie. She's 15. She's been practicing her punching skills. Danietta, Anamar, Eldrin, Lorelei, Queen Celine, and U6.
Celine, we cannot stay here. There's more to come.
Yes, of course. But where? Where first? Where second? So many
Rook,
different things. That need
Maybe
to-
your dad can give us those answers.
How so?
As to where? Well, I can get some of his memories.
I
Do you remember that thing I've been doing all campaign?
I'm gonna look at Maverick with like a sinister look and take the head in my bag and hand it to him.
Would that work? Would I? All I need is a head.
Yeah.
Great. I'm gonna take the head and kind of.
As you do, Leovold, will you broadcast this for us?
I'll try.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the head upside down so I'm not holding like the gutsy part.
Mhm.
I will cast comprehend languages.
And yeah, I'll I'll hold it out and cast the spell, and my spirits will rise and hold the head too.
Let's see how
Uh,
terrible this memory is.
Lucius, you had a question?
Yeah. While this is happening, I'm sure everyone will tell me. I want to walk out and see if if there's a way to actually fortify this place a little bit, or like any other able-bodied men to help or women to help fortify.
Just rubble.
Shit.
The walls of the castle, the walls of the city, there's a couple of pieces intact. The whole door is intact, but lying flat upon the ground.
All right. I'll head back in then.
And the memory begins. You see a gnome standing before you, Maverick. You're seeing from the eyes of the king. Of the chief, I should say. It's all done in common, which is really convenient. The gnome says the attack will take place 2 weeks hence. The wizard will be lured out. Some of the members of the keep may also leave on a diplomatic mission To Tuluria. Don't worry, they'll be occupied there. You'll fight it when the beacon is lit. That's it.
Okay, and then I'm gonna turn the head back around, and face it so that it's facing Rook, and then I'm gonna cast Speak with the Dead.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, Rook, you've got 5 questions. Be specific, because these undead folk like to be very vague.
So this head's actually talking to me, or is it like in my mind?
No,
No, yeah, it's
the whole body of your father and head stand as a corporeal form.
Oh,
Sort of
I was
as
kind of
a
hoping it
as
was
a
just my
shade.
head talking.
No, sorry. And it stands as a ghost before you. You called me back. The nerve.
Yeah, I'm kind of like. Who were you alerting to come after the wizard is dead?
Wouldn't you like to know? Not
I'm gonna look
help
at
you.
Maverick. I'm gonna look at Maverick and just be like, Maverick, take over. And I'm just gonna walk out in disgust.
Okay, I'll turn the head back around.
Wait, hang on. I'm pretty sure. Levels, can't you maybe cast suggest and make him more talkative? Something.
I will
Work on
not
a
allow you to cast a spell on somebody who is an incorporeal ghost form.
Yep.
Ask your questions.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna turn his head so that he's facing us. And I'm gonna look to everyone. Well, guys, any ideas?
I've got a couple. Here's one.
That's not a question. I'm saying that to you as a positive.
I'm not saying it
Don't
is.
waste these
I'm
questions.
saying. I've got a couple. Leave me alone. And run.
Yeah, I've got an idea. How about I just burn down your fucking everything?
Burn down my everything. That's yes. Well, I'm dead.
Put my hand on Leovold's shoulder.
Shh.
Who should we be running from?
Everyone. They're closing in on all sides.
Who are?
Wouldn't you like to know?
It's not going to be helpful.
No, I mean, he is very, very hostile. He's not just going to turn up for a chat and give you some answers.
I ask you this, great chieftain of the Orcish people. Proud of yourself?
I'd rather not have died. That bit was a bit shit.
At least you got killed by your son. That must have been something. No. Something of a good bookend there.
Yeah, there was a little bit
Like
of
a real
poetic
king.
justice there, right?
Than you
He could have
deserve.
inherited. Oh well.
Actually, Maverick, how many times can you cast that spell?
Sorry, what?
How many times can you cast that spell, Maverick? Are you drunk? It's
One.
wartime.
We're all drinking. What are you talking about?
Answer that question.
I'm gonna go for my liquor. You could white go wasted. It's fine. Just how many times can you cast that spell?
I can cast it once
Definitely drunk.
per short rest because that's a normal thing to say to a character.
For short rest.
I don't think it works on somebody twice though.
No, it's not that. I wonder. There were orcs inside the keep. I wonder if we can't disguise ourselves to be him and speak to them. Maybe we get the information.
I certainly could do both of those things.
Want to try that, maybe?
Sure. I need to take a short rest now.
That's fine. Please take your time.
But we still have one
Ask the
question
last
before
question.
we bitch slap this fucker.
I've got one last one, if we don't think it's going to be useful.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, brother.
Alari's going to be draining like a bottle as he tosses it aside. So just so I'm totally clear, because you've missed out on, from what I could understand, only having met her once, one of the greatest women in this world, and pointing outside to where Rook walked away. Probably one of the best children you could have had. So I do just want to know, just for my own clarity, Do you understand just how much your life meant nothing?
That's a burn.
You should see my daughter. She's magnificent.
Okay,
It
this
was
is where
worth it.
that like the EastEnders theme plays.
I'm gonna stand up and leave and walk off after Rook.
Okay. The Queen turns back to you all. Look, information is one thing, but I want to get somewhere. We can have the Lady Clarice question the dead. All of them. But look, the orcs understand nothing of clerical magic. If they come back, they will know it is not of them their kind. They do not have shamans in the same sense. It is seen as a defilement in the orcish culture. Regardless, I have 3 places I need to be, and I am one person. So, she looks to Danietta. She looks to you guys. You have been incredible vassals. Before anything, I declare each of you, except Lady Kenner, I'm afraid, as fully nobles in your own right. You will have titles, lands, and deeds. Whether they are those of your family, or those... Hold on. Whether they are those of your family, or whether they are those of your own. Rook, Laurie, I understand that your parents are still with us. However, the lands they hold are either far away or no longer. You will have a house of your own, as only your mother stands through. And Brother Ilari will have lands of your own.
Not too bad.
She looks
I
to
might have
Leovold.
finally been proud of me.
You will have lands of your own too. Your father no longer maintains his own lands.
Whereabouts would they be?
Oh, goodness knows if I know. I need one of those diplomatic type people to work that one out. But the important thing is you will be a full title noble, and with you carry the weight of the title. Lady Kenner.
Okay, understood.
My queen.
Danietta told me what you said to her on the road. I can think of nobody better. You will be Drathnor ambassador. A title in its own, and perhaps a little higher than your friends. Don't take too much advantage of that. But also, when push comes to shove, you may speak with my voice. Yeah.
I am incredibly honored.
You are also incredibly right. We are not the type that kill our own people. We are the type that save them and cherish each life individually. And broker for peace at every moment until we have to fight, and then when we fight ruthlessly and without remorse. We will rebuild this keep, but now is not the time. I feel drawn to Garena myself. I must see what is at foot there. See my people. It's been a long time since I've been back there as myself. Lady Danietta and you. Lady Danietta, you will take Lady Lorelei? Yes. Somebody needs to go back to Telluri. Keep an eye there. Work out what is going on. Understand this mystery of the dwarves that appeared twice, or didn't appear at all, depending on who you ask. And make sure that they are dealing okay with their neighbours. But they are not truly under a large amount of threat unless their queen is now destroying their people. Maladeth, I believe, is where we will find the most answers. The Silent are there. Kurkan is rumored to have fled there. I want to know what's going on with him. They said he was in Luvella, but recently we've heard a tale of him being seen in Maladeth. I want answers, and Maladeth is the place for that. But if you don't mind me saying, Lady Danietta, perhaps you would do better in more casual civilization than in amongst the assassins and mysteries of Maladeth. Perhaps that is a task for which you all are uniquely suited. Will you travel to Maladeth for me? And find out what you can. I saw that. You will each have a casting vote here.
I'm going to exchange looks with the group.
I come first to Leovold. Will you travel to Maladeth?
Before that, I have a couple of questions.
Of course, ask away, Leovold.
First, you mentioned Garena. That's actually a good point. What of Garena? Do they still stand? Are they still okay?
Last we heard, they stood strong. I have regular communication with a friend there, a cousin. The captain of the guard, conveniently. They stand strong, but they are embattled. With orcs and with
weakened, no doubt.
Yes, but in a siege is not where I need you people, and leading the armies is where I should be. Speaking
what of the monastery as well?
The monastery was vacated 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, 2 days ago. By the monks. They've left it completely and abandoned it, moving to the ways of the forest, and have offered their assistance in recovering. Well, in assisting with Garena. I hope it is not recovering. We will return them to the monastery when we can. I know not what dragons and Dragonborn will do with the monastery, but they will find most of the secrets of the monks locked away to them anyway. We fear not for them.
Then it's good to know that they have seemingly fared better than, well, this.
Yes, they lost some townspeople and they're devastated, but they stand strong. The monks were ever a constant here. The mercenary armies of Maladeth and their trade borders may be the reason they are left till last, may be the reason that they don't appear to have witnessed any battle. We can hold out hope. But
and yeah, I'm fine with going.
Okay, I'll come to you, Maverick.
When my friends go, I will follow.
Lucius? It will be a hard place for you to go back to. But you, of all, are the best equipped to find these answers.
If it is what my queen wishes, I will go.
The queen does also wish for you to be happy, Lucius. Perhaps we will find you a marble throne one day.
Thank you.
Alari, will you stay or will you travel back to your family? Will you go to Maladeth?
Suppose it was going to come to this at some point, wasn't it?
There is a common saying. All roads lead to and from Maladeth.
There's no way out then.
Perhaps not. But we will seek answers. And lastly, Rook, you're in a unique position, Jamel. Stop punching the keyboard, thank you. Rook, you are in a uniquely difficult position. Your mother is in Garena, from what I hear. I will do everything I can to secure her and keep her safe for you. But one more man on the battlements will make no difference. Will you go with your friends?
I will join them, but first, I need to get a message to my mother.
Of course, I will carry it myself.
Then you have my sword.
We shall spend some time and write that down. Lady Kenna, you will be my ambassador in this. It will be to you
Takes
that...
everything in me not to say, and my bow.
That's alright, no one's got an axe.
What of the people here? The injured? What happens to them?
I consider Teluria, but... well, it may not be safe. I'm informed that the hamlet down the road, Fulstead, is still standing and fairly safe. Lady Clarice will lead them there, Danietta will take them. Those that can walk, at least. Those that cannot will be cared for here. Mikhail and some others have expressed their desire to stay and rebuild what they can. The people of the village state will come back inevitably. I see no reason for them to attack the same place twice, not with it fallen. It is their decision ultimately. We will send guards as soon as we can. But they must travel by foot.
Thank you. I'll go.
I have one spell left in me. I know of a place in Maladeth, a little outside actually, where you may find some answers. But you will need to speak to some interesting people. Are you acquainted with the Drow?
Yes.
You could say that.
Excellent. One Valus Hoon. A scout. Keeps lodgings outside of Maladeth. He will charge you exorbitantly, for which you may spend this, and she hands you a huge pouch. Anything left is yours. But he will have information for you and a road in. I can get you there this night.
His name?
Valas Hoon. Valas space Hune.
I'm gonna walk over to Alamar.
He looks up. Will you let me come?
Sure, if you want to. I was just gonna ask what you was gonna do.
If there is anywhere, I will find the answers to my family. It is in Maladeth.
Me. Oh right. Oh yeah. Right.
Assassinations left and right. Lords of Lonoth. My father, I don't know.
It'll be dangerous.
It'll be
I
fun.
don't know if you've noticed, but trouble kind of follows us everywhere we go.
No, be real, Maverick. You're causing half of it. Come on, it'll be fun.
Hey.
As long as we stay at least 8 foot away from that one. He points to Leovold.
Agreed.
You might need a little bit more than 8 feet, my friend.
Wow. I was being polite.
I'm gonna put my hand up to the. I'm assuming he's still wearing the circle I gave him of scorching ray. I'm gonna rub my thumb against it, and say, "Don't be afraid to use this, okay?"
I won't. And then the Lady Iona comes over, the young girl. I too would like to travel to Maladeth. May I go with you?
What about your father?
He'll be alright. It's time I made my mark upon this world.
If you're going with us, I'm not going to be able to protect you at every turn.
And neither me you.
Sure. I'm fine with it.
Oh, to Maladeth with a bunch of kids. Fascinating.
Seems so. Yeah. Watch for the two lovebirds back there.
And there...
Speaking of, I'm gonna walk over to Kieran.
Yes. There is one more. Well, homeless. Disinherited shortly before my family died. That's slightly inconvenient, don't you think? I've been thinking of beseeching Lady Selene for my father's title. Do you think she would accept?
You deserve it. I might be able to put in a word.
He goes over to the Queen. Goes deeply. Oh, he'll come back to you, don't worry. My Queen. She laughs. You don't have to ask. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for the way your family treated you. No questions will be asked. You'll have full deed, full title. Now, I believe that young lady wanted a little more than a word. Please, do not let me keep you. He walks back over to you. Well, That was easier than I thought it would be. He seems a good
Must be your
kind.
charm.
Well.
I have a couple favors.
Mm-hmm.
Will you tell my mother where we've gone?
Truthfully, Kenner, I hadn't planned on staying.
I hope you will, because my second favor is bigger.
He looks at you. Yes.
Will you ensure my father is buried?
I will stay a week and do
Thank
this.
you.
But afterwards, I will travel to Gorina.
Be safe.
Thank you. The Queen turns to Eldrin. Eldrin? I think they're ready. And we will end there.
Before we end, I want to say one last thing to Celine.
You can try. Go on. See whether she's listening.
Celine,
Yes.
there is one last person I'm looking for.
Yes.
A girl by the name of Neria. Are you aware of her?
She considers, looks at her notes.
Her father, Valius, was one of the many who died the night of the ball.
That's who Neria is. Elven? Was she Elven?
What'd you say? Yeah, she was an elf.
I believe she went travelling back to Gorina, but... Honestly, Rook, I can't be sure. I'll do what I can to find out. Oh.
Thank you.
She hands you a necklace. It was once worn by Maldranik. This was how they communicated and how they reached each other. You should turn back to Eldrin. Say, I believe they're ready. And we'll end there. Your MVPs, please. I come first to Cow.
You came to me first. Then I get to be the one to say that Maverick's adventure by himself with the gnomes was hilarious.
Yes, it was a tad tragic.
I will die on that hill.
Matt.
Yeah. And what was a pretty serious episode. The funniest part was when Maverick woke up and said "halt," and you responded with, "Does it?"
Does a 26 hit you?
Does a 26 hit you?
Yes. It was, he took the body and I was just going, this is going to be a fucking disaster. I hope he doesn't just walk in the middle of the armies or we're going to be rolling a new character. Yes. Kira.
Lucius's little sister not dying. I'm talking about Iona, of course.
Yeah. Ambassador Kenna Sharasa.
Man. I have to say, getting his moment with his father.
Yeah.
Kind of glad he's dead, not gonna lie.
Me too. Josh?
I mean, yeah, Rook confronting his dad and killing him was pretty good. I mean, if when you dropped the bomb of Rook having his sister, if you had ended the episode there, I would have jizzed right there, right then.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was an hour and a half in. I was like,
exactly.
Maybe not. But yeah, it was. Yeah,
that was really good.
And also bear in mind, the only person who didn't hear that bombshell was Rook.
Sure. Wait, shit, do we have to tell him that?
We'll do it next episode.
I'm not being the person to tell him that. Yeah, so probably those two. That was really good.
And Jamal?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go once again with the Chronicle of the Big Scary Cantrip and the Legendary Resistance.
Yeah, sorry about that. My MVPs.
I just have to do it.
My MVPs are simpler. My MVP for today is the bond that you have with NPCs that are minor. Not to say that Rook's father is minor, but Iona, Mikhail, the small moment with Lady Elizabeth, where she was a complete bitch, but we still helped her out. The party fighting on, despite Alari having not realised he had a long rest and having 1 HP was quite sweet. And Maverick doing his best, despite occasional slight misjudgments. But also just the bond. I say it every week, but I can't overstate this. You can get a group that's fantastic and get a group that roleplay brilliantly. You can't always get a group to bond with so much chemistry in-game. Your characters are believable because of the bond they share and the way they treat others. And the differences, the discrepancies. The slight ruthlessness, the slight rage, the slight power hunger, the slight lack of forethought. The
Fuck you raising that eyebrow.
Jamal.
Okay.
Yeah, his lack of forethought is just that I'm going to act. Boom!
Oh yeah, I had to step in. I was like, wait, what?
The number of times I hear I put a hand on Leovold's shoulder from various members of the group. It won't be long before he has Zeltrin's harness.
You're gonna fucking need it because I want my revenge. I want people to bleed, and I'm gonna fucking kill
Don't do it in
people for
Maladeth,
this.
you'll die.
John Hill.
Oh, no, not
Everyone.
Maladeth,
No,
but I'm
Drathnor
going
keeps
elsewhere when
falling
I'm
is
strong enough
hard
and
for him.
murdering. That's for
Um,
sure.
the self-sacrificing nature of Brother Alari, and the sort of honest to a fault, Kenna. You know, I love the way, Alora, that you play this character that's full of heart, but truthful, even when perhaps other people would choose not to be. So yeah, the bond between the group is just such a wonderful thing to be party to every week. So thank you so much, guys.
I just want to quickly say
Sorry.
that it was a waste. Maldranic's death was a
Yeah,
waste
you're doing it as well.
for us not taking all of those scales. Can you imagine how
Okay.
weak we'd be?
Oh well. Well, that brings us to the end. We will be raiding Asgard's D&D Adventures. They are long-term friends, and it's an excellent D&D stream, so please show them some love. You'll find your sub-raid in your raid call in chat. We will return on Saturday for the first episode of The Curse of Strahd, which will be at 12 PM EST, and DM'd by the great Lucius Claudius Festorius, otherwise known as Kira. Expect us to
Don't do
die.
that evil.
Expect us to die, probably in episode 1, especially Josh's character, and we all look forward to it. A small side note, Urxos, or the world of Urxos, which is Avalon and Gehenna, is going to be launched next Friday. Tomorrow we will be holding a second session 0 where we are arranging a few things, and a trailer will be coming soon to stores near you and to this YouTube channel. So go subscribe. You can find us on TikTok, find us on Twitter, or you can just not. If you guys would like to say goodbye,
Catch.
Bye.
we shall see you all next week.
Peace.